Hey, Rapper, how you doing? Let me just set everything up. Goddamn, I have to turn the lights on. How are you doing today? I'm doing alright. I'm ready to play some Disco Elysium. I don't know if you know this game. I love it. My mic keeps falling down. That is not a good sign. Okay, this should be fine. This should be fine. Fine. Let's just continue. Oh, where's... There. Also, what do you think of the frog hat that I'm wearing? Nom nom nom. Okay, let's see, where even was I? Oh yeah, I broke that thing down. I broke the door down. The frog head is adorable, thank you. It's one of the items in this game. But I drew this one myself. But it's like based on one of the... Oh, it's just straight fan art of that I made myself for from this game. Oh wait.
It's dark. And the flashlight works a lot better if you hold it in your hand.
Flashlights go in hand? Stare at your hands uncomprehendingly.
Yes, you might even call it a feature of the universe that you need to hold tools to use them.
That makes no sense at all.
I'm sorry, the fundamental laws of the universe don't seem to agree with you, Detective, but the fact remains that it's too dark to see in here without a flashlight. So come on, we've got work to do.
Some areas are inaccessible without your flashlight.
Okay.
After you've acquired it, go to your inventory and equip it in a held slot to continue exploring.
Wow. Who knew? Wait, why are you still...
It's dark.
Oh, okay, well...
Yes, you might even... Right.
Some areas...
Okay, fine. I'll just have to walk away then. Yes, tools. Uh-huh. So much better. Oh, this part is kind of like terrifying. Let's take all the money we can get, because I don't have enough to pay for my room. Production schedule, filament memory.
Your flashlight slides over an old green chalkboard covered in scribbles, sketches, and schemes like some ancient cave mural. Some of the writing has faded with age, but you can still make out sections here and there. Photos and drawings have been pinned to the board.
trying to tighten everything because my mic keeps just sliding downwards. This is not a good sign. Okay, let's inspect the drawings.
These lithe, pointy-eared creatures appear to be different types of Welkins. You make out autumnal candle Welkins casting wax-based magic. Translucent Welkins with organs shining under their skin, and even ether Welkins hailing from the vast emptiness of sidereal space. Who are all those creatures? Fantasies of a tortured, feverish mind? You should adopt one of those Welkins as your persona. No longer a mere man, but a Welkin.
Uh-huh.
One of the Welkins, towering among the rest, appears to be different, however.
Okay, this is important, I think. Examine the Welkins.
It's Vara Hamira, a high Welkin, his face white and scarred like cracked marble. This is clearly a Welkin supremacist. The note says, all non-Welkin races will be purged.
Jeez.
The Haldor, the Tworg, the humans, and even headless men, all of them, purged. Imagine a world filled only with Welkin, Green Welkin, Dread Welkin, and the High Welkin to rule them all.
An inordinate amount of time has gone into drawing these little Welkin creatures.
Why would anyone spend so much time on this? I said, spending like literal months on drawing something similar.
Some people really like building a world, I think, even if it's just for a game.
Okay, are they real?
This looks like concept art for a project. It's not really real.
One of them is a woke supremacist.
Political commentary. That one has a great beard too.
Yes, beard. Well, this has been educational. Let's move on from the Welkins.
Just look at those details. So much effort.
Wow, you really seem to care about this. I want to look at something or like play a game, and suddenly we don't have time and we need to focus on the investigation. And now we find a board with Welkins, and suddenly Kevin's like, oh, look at that. Look at it. Okay, fine. Let's look at the photos
The
then.
photo collage depicts barren, icy landscapes wrapped in perpetual night. You see permafrost and glacial landforms, dead trees grown in under the snow. Entire oceans have been frozen from shore to shore. There are pictures of settlements on dried up riverbeds, abandoned in a storm. Animal corpses in the dark, carcasses and bones.
Can I tell you the only reason I really like this game? It's because this voice, it does something to me.
You see primitive oil rigs built into glaciers, boreal dvorg, yurts under the snow, great mammoth-like beasts of burden. Albeit dark and cold, this vision also feels cozy in its own way, like eggnog or morphine, a much-needed respite from our own world. A pinned postcard reads, "The heat death scenario. A desperate fight for geothermal energy engulfs the world as Wirral becomes untethered from its sun, drifting through the universe." This is a monthly calendar from the year 50. Cryptic words like sprint, daily minimi, and GPI span the marker-drawn grid, the grand scheme of production and money. Minimi stands for a mini-meeting. It's part of a bigger framework for managing work called RUN. Station 41 tried to implement it a few years ago, but failed.
Well, what happened?
As time goes on, the numbers in the boxes grow rarer and rarer. The board becomes an empty snowfield in the final days. Only failure and regret dwell in this region.
Looks like they didn't make it.
A note in the bottom left corner of the chalkboard says, "See the prod schedule filament for details." The handwriting is only partly legible, but you can still make out 3 slogans: "Call in, tune out," "Wirral untethered," and "Heat death of the universe." Outside, a cold wind wraps the building in its bosom. Snowflakes in the wind. An old woman passes what the locals call the doomed commercial area. She tries hard not to look at the bookstore windows. It's unwise.
Maybe this place is indeed cursed. I'll be right back. I forgot my spoon. Okay. I'm back.
This old fireplace is covered in lines drawn in blue and red marker, the mesh spreading over the stone like blood vessels on alabaster skin. It looks ghostly and strangely ancient. The whole thing resembles Khaedran mosaic tiles. Very pesantic.
How do I know what could Khaedran mosaic tiles are supposed to look like? I don't even know what those are.
History classes, students with their textbooks open, studying the roots of our civilization. Those aquarelle blue tiles looked beautiful in the sun. Radio frequencies, it seems. UKV 123.6, UKV 123.7, UKV 123.9. Some written notes, too. Sparse and cryptic.
Frequencies for what?
Unclear. It looks like a cardiovascular system split into veins and capillaries. Very advanced.
Must be an elaborate piece of art.
You think so? The web is comprised of radio stations, all lead back to one red heart, titled the Game Master Frequency. A note says, this one can listen in on any station it wants. Looks like a surveillance program.
Wait, who's the Game Master?
Someone very important. The leader of a massive on-air game built by these people. A conductor for the hundreds of story threads that pass through the Game Master's frequency.
If it's a game, then who's playing?
Whoever decides to call in to a call-in station, it looks like. There's no way a little basement studio working here could pull anything like this off.
My God. It's as if the less money they had, the more ambitious their project became.
Why do you say that?
The schedule. I know Doom when I see it. The company was running out of funding.
What else?
Nothing. It's just lines on marble. An echo from times long gone. No one has used the fireplace in ages.
Okay, so this kind of like takes place in what I assume some kind of version of the 50s.
Why does art inspire you so much?
Yes, it does. It does, yes, but what is art? Blowhards? No. Art is life.
Excellent question. Art is a diverse range of visual, literary, auditory, and performative creativity. It's an expression of imagination and technical skill. Additionally, it's history, criticism, and pure enjoyment.
Exactly, everything we need in this world.
In short, art is the highest form of human communication, representation, narrative, emotion, and agency intertwined.
Would I fit into the art world? I mean,
Have you looked in the mirror lately? You have the exact features of a savage art critic, with that beard and those clothes, disheveled and prophetic. Perhaps you should try to critique architecture too.
I guess I have been feeling critical lately.
Yes, you seek substance. No vapid representations and reproductions of social mores as made manifest in stuffy biennials. We're talking real, living art here. Become the art cop. Half art critic, half cop.
Wait, but don't I have to be 100% cop to get the case finished and all that?
Quit being so indecisive. What are you going for here? Some kind of indecisive and camp aesthetic now? Strike a bold shape here. Go art or go home.
Yes, I like your way of thinking. Opt in.
Exactly. It's not only your duty to only catch the criminals off the street, you must also apprehend criminals of the printing press and the gallery, the trite and derivative artists and writers of the world. Go ahead and provide savage criticisms, art cop. The world is yours to rip to pieces and reassemble.
Like a collage art.
This appears to be some kind of machine with a cube-shaped heart and a wired framework. The keyboard has a
A radio computer. Just sitting here without anyone inside.
I think I should turn it on.
We have one of these down at the station, but I never really learned how to use it.
It can't be that
The
hard.
machine lights up like some prehistoric animal stirring from its slumber, revealing fluorescent play and print keys on the keyboard. The hatch on the machine's central compartment is wide open. It's empty like a beehive without its brood. Some cables have been left dangling, disconnected. The filament you have would fit perfectly inside the compartment.
Insert the production schedule.
Like a smooth draw, the filament slides into place. On the keyboard, the play key starts blinking.
Play.
A bar of fabric right above the keyboard starts producing a soft hum. The sound of static seeps through the machine's planar magnetic driver. Oh no. It was already glowing and now it's also making a sound. It's probably some alien CO-like technology.
Oh, what?
The static gets louder, slowly filling up the abandoned hall, until a voice speaks out, crackling and old, cutting into the air.
Good morning. Fortress accident en rue de Saint-Ghislaine. This is East Insulindian Repeater Station 1. Please repeat. Is this the production schedule?
Why did you call me Fortress Accident?
Fortress Accident is the company on whose name the terminal you are currently using has been registered to.
Do you have any information about this company?
One moment. Fortress Accident SCA produces revolutionary interactive call-in radio games. That's what the catalog says.
So they were using like trying to figure out how to use radio for a massive online multiplayer kind of game. Like an online Dungeons and Dragons.
That's not bad.
Wow, so conceptual. What's that? The interactive call-in radio game.
Any other questions?
What are you, a machine or are you alive?
Yes, I am alive. I am 74 years old and my name is Yvonne. Now please repeat.
She repeats passwords. Programming people are all paranoid.
If my partner tells me you are here because radio computer guys are all paranoid.
They are merely cautious. It's my job to protect their filaments as a password repeater at the East Insulindian Station.
Wait, so her entire job is when someone puts in something like this, like a document, her entire job is to then ask for the password and then grant access when I have it right. Okay, but where are you? How did you know where I am?
I work as a repeater at the East Insulindian repeater station. It's my job to know where you are, Fortress Accident. As for me, well, I am sitting in my cubicle, surrounded by a wall of radios.
On an island on the river Esperance, a small woman, all skin and bones, sits in a room filled with audio equipment. Thousands of tiny lights are reflected back from her prescription lenses, like stars in the dark.
Fortress
Oh, shit.
Accident is the company.
Oh, yeah, I
on
know,
which
I know.
one more Fortress
Everybody-
That's not bad.
Any other questions?
No, okay, that's all for now.
Thank you, and goodbye.
Tiles on the cube are still smoldering, casting the framework in a soft glow. Fluorescent play and print keys shine on the keyboard.
Okay, what do you think is going on with that computer, chalkboard, and fireplace?
Looks like an undercover counterintelligence program. Just a failed business. The only question is what the hell were they making? Undercover counterintelligence program.
No, that's not it. I think it looks like one of those popular pen and paper role-playing games. Only these people were trying to automate it, make it work on radio computers.
Has anyone ever done this before?
Not to my knowledge. They make automated games in Graz, Messina, Königstein. You know, places with industry.
Not in Revachol West, among the ruins.
But I don't think anyone has attempted to create an interisolary game before. We just don't have the technology.
Oh, how are they planning to do that
Through
then?
call-in stations. None of the players have to be physically present. Anyone in the world can participate in the game, as long as they have a two-way radio. Then there's the Game Master frequency that listens in on the smaller call-in stations. I think that was supposed to coordinate the stories, functioning as a master of ceremonies of sorts.
His fascination has swept aside other concerns for the moment. He's a little hooked.
Hey Manslayer, how are you doing? Welcome to this stream. Also, I'm gonna assume that the game master is like basically the dungeon master. Okay, and this was a role-playing game?
Indeed, those Welkins are a dead giveaway. Role-playing people love that stuff. The world looks like a modified version of the WeWorld board game, with Heat Death thrown in.
Didn't know your VTuber avatar could wear hats. I mean, look at what I currently have, because at the moment you can see that it's slightly darker. I'm in a dark environment, but my eyes glow. And my horn glows as well. Wait, let me put it back on. I can also... I made this hat myself, but it's from the game, basically, if that makes sense. Like, I drew the game, the hat from the game. I can also, if you redeem hat pads, this will happen. And I'll get padded. What else? I also have... I can also go to bed. I have a little bed up here behind me. And then... Oh, it's attached to me now. And then, the bed one is standard with it. Let's see, what else? No, not the backgrounds, yeah. And then I'm tucked in. Okay, well, I'll get out of bed now. But yeah, there's a ton of fun things I can do. During the Halloween, I made this mask for myself. If I can find it where I had it, yeah. Oh no, wait, that's the wrong one. I also have one with that was animated. Yeah. See, one with animated flames. And during Halloween, I wore it like this. I'm really excited for Dragon's Dogma 2. I'm starting to hear a lot more about that. Like recently, I've heard like I've seen it around a bit, but I don't know much about it. It's messed up today. I have a pressure headache. Oh, I hope you get better soon. Headaches suck.
Super cool. Someone should give them millions of real immediately. This game is too good to be left unfinished.
What do you think happened to the company?
No idea. They stopped filling out the schedule on the chalkboard.
Gut pressure, headaches a lot from stress. I thought it was having a tumor. Maybe you should get it checked then, just to be sure. Or that's definitely not good. I mean, I don't know how strokes work, to be honest. So you already went to the doctor. Well, I hope things get better soon.
Indeed, it's ambitious and untethered from reality, but
But what? They were saying if they thought they could do this as just a play to cheat money out of their investors' pockets. The world is cold and lonely. This would keep it company. Let's finish it. Yes, let's do it ourselves. Do you have any money? Let's give them more money so they can finish it. Make it even bigger.
it's too late for that, I'm afraid. Okay, let's keep moving.
Aww. Learn to dream, Kim. The neurosurgeon told me I was having headaches from stress. Well, you should probably take a couple of days off from work then, or something. Just take some time to chill out.
A thick layer of coal dust covers the furnace, coloring it pitch black. Looks like this furnace has a face, and it's a face of agony.
Oh. Kim, what is this thing? Is it a furnace?
Looks like it. Looks like an old central furnace used to heat the building. It's connected to the chimney.
Apparently, headaches can mess up your ability to think clearly. Yeah, I imagine such. Headaches can be a bit distracting.
No one has used it in ages. No signs of any recent fire. Only dead rats.
Okay, let's look inside the furnace.
It's dark and grimy here. In the darkness you can hear chatter. It's coming from above. A voice or several voices talking to each other. Near the smoke chamber, upstairs.
What are you doing?
I'm hallucinating. I hear the murderer of the hanged man talking. I'm not sure, Kim, but I think I can hear someone talking upstairs. I can hear the murder of the hangman talking.
Wait, really?
What is happening?
We should investigate, see if someone's upstairs.
I'm solving a murder whilst being in an unrelated building that has nothing to do with said murder. Trying to find out why this place is cursed. Except everyone is trying to tell me that curses don't exist. Seems about right, yeah. Okay, let's smear my hands with coal.
A lush layer of coal now covers your skin, sinking into the wrinkles. Your hands look ancient. You feel the spirit of Ramuh Karzai, ancient hero of Grad, pulsing through you. All that's left is to cover your face in war paint.
Hadramaut Karzai, smear your cheeks with black coal. Yes.
3 dangerous stripes appear onto your cheeks, telling stories of your wild soul.
And I've gotten into the habit of squeezing my hands together to see if I'm having a stroke. Well, as long as you keep an eye out on things, I guess it's better to be safe than sorry.
What are you doing?
I am the reincarnation of an ancient Little Maran warrior? Yes.
Please wipe your face clean, officer.
No, you're a proud warrior. Keep it.
Don't wipe it.
These 3 stripes give you strength in
Yes.
this dangerous realm. It would be foolish to remove them.
That's what I said, but people look at me in public. What? I think squeezing your hands isn't that weird. I don't think that's too note. People look at you, but ignore them. Okay, we're exploring this dark place and I need protection for my war paint affords. We're exploring this dark place and I need protection. My war paint affords.
And this protects you.
This is traditional war paint. It will grant me safe passage with the spirits that guard this place.
Okay, sure. Go ahead.
Just pointing out, this is not traditional Semonese war paint. No idea where you got it.
Okay, so everything I'm doing is inaccurate. What about flapping your arms? I do that too. Well, I once wore a collar in public. No one looked at me for that. Don't give me that look. I can wear whatever I want in public. Let's kick it with my foot.
A hollow ring echoes through the furnace. Your toe hurts.
No! Wait! Oh! I almost died. I thought it was supposed to heal me. Don't I have like that ability? I judge in silence. Well then...
It's dark.
What are you doing?
I'm hallucinating.
Wait, really? Take your head out of the chimney, please. It's not safe.
Okay, well I guess I'll leave it for now.
You see a terrifying ice bear with a strange compartment in its belly. The door is covered in frost, and the bear's eyes are glowing red.
Have you ever thought about wearing a propeller hat in public? I have not. I don't even know. Honestly, I've never seen a propeller head in real life, and I'm starting to think they're just a myth, you know? I don't think they exist.
This ice bear is a hyper carnivore. Be careful. The bear looks oddly realistic. Is it taxidermy?
What is this thing? It looks like a giant ice bear.
The lieutenant doesn't answer. His eyes are glued to the animal. A sharp slice of light shines out from its mysterious belly door.
Time to make them exist and make Chan Walrus wear it. I will. I shall make that my mission. My life goal. Let's crack open the
A
door.
gust of freezing cold air rushes to greet you. You hear a low grumble as the bear regulates itself. This is the inside of a refrigerator. The lieutenant takes a peek inside. His hand has found the holster of his gun.
Relax, Kim. It's a fridge.
Of course, just a giant ice bear-shaped fridge. Let's take a look inside.
Look inside the
The
refrigerator.
shelves are empty. All you see are crumpled ice cream wrappers with the brand name, Revachol Ice City. A handwritten note has been attached to the door. The fridge is huge.
Okay, let's take the note.
You pocket the note and the little fridge magnets keeping it on the door.
Now the ice cream wrappers.
A friendly cartoon bear smiles back at you from a glossy cellophane wrapper. It looks nothing like the fridge.
What is a giant bear-shaped fridge doing in an abandoned cellar in the first place?
Good question. It looks like an ice cream fridge.
So they tried to sell ice cream from a hyper carnivore.
I know. What an unfortunate marketing choice. What is even worse, the bear is still costing them money to this day.
You are so wounded, lol.
The fridge buzzes with energy. The electricity bill on this thing must be catastrophic.
Well, I mean, sometimes I heal automatically depending on what action is. Yeah, okay, I probably should. But I always want to keep this at least at 1 that I can add on to. My morale can also be a little bit higher. That one can be full. Because that actually provides good dialogue. Let's close the door. Another area.
A few bricks have fallen off, revealing a compartment behind the wall. It's too dark to see in.
Where are we?
Seems like an old bunker from the revolutionary period. Look at all those rifles. Must be an old weapons cache.
Look, there's a hole in the wall.
There is, yes. And there also appears to be something inside the hole. Interesting. Do you want to take a look?
You know what? You can do the honors.
Sure. Okay, here's some more rifles. None of these seem to be working. No! An old Belmagrave rifle. That's rare to find in such good order. Seems to no longer be functional, but still rare. Here, it's yours, officer. You found this place.
Oh, thank you! What does it mean, a rifle here?
It means there are firearms, albeit inoperable, still lying around in Martinez. It's an interesting coincidence, I would say.
How did you get
Might
so
come in
wounded
useful in the
anyway?
future.
I tried to hit a furnace with my shoe. With my feet. I tried to kick it. I tried to kick a furnace. And also, I barged down the door. And the door hurt me. Also, I sat on a chair.
He likes this find.
Oh, he likes this find, and then he gave it to me. Kim, you are adorable.
Two cables are plugged into the breaker box. The red one leads to the ice bear fridge, and the black one to some kind of a buzzing fridge-like thing nearby. An electric sizzle. The room is slightly quieter now. Something close to you dies with a soft electric purr.
We killed the ice bear.
Why did you do that?
It's black, and it's not like it's the red one. Because it's black, the color of the immeasurable cosmos. I don't know why I unplugged it. I do things without any reason.
The lieutenant raises his brows, but doesn't say anything. The electric distribution board now has one cable missing.
It turned off and is slowly melting. No, ice cream maker. So many ice cream makers. I am making last minute maps for my D&D game. I'm a great dungeon master, trust. That sounds cool. Oh, another hidden area. With coins! I wonder what will happen if I just turn off my lights now. Now that we're in the dark area. If Kim will complain. Okay, let's do it. Oh, this is really scary. He says nothing. Okay. Ooh. I've always wanted to play Dungeons and Dragons, but never really just got the chance to.
An iron safety curtain curves before your eyes, folded like a bellows. It covers half the room, blocking the way into a colossal industrial chimney. This is directly above the central furnace in the cellar. The voices probably came from here.
Let's knock on it.
What an odd thing to do. Nothing happens.
Let's knock harder.
Still nothing. No one's home.
Even harder.
Those curtains prove to be surprisingly sturdy. Your fist hurts now.
There must be another way to wake up whoever is in there. Maybe we should ask the lady in the bookstore what's going on here.
Alright. Well, I guess we've got some stuff to report. Also, this particular mannequin, why? That... Cursed. Even harder. Yeah, I need to knock as hard as I knocked on this door, honestly.
You broke down the back door, the wards, the door. It's all gone now. Dark psychic energy leeching onto my shop.
Sometimes it's necessary to resort to extreme measures.
I suppose it's all over now. I guess there's no escape.
What are you talking about? It's just a door.
Just a door? This place is cursed, Detective. They don't call it the doomed commercial area for nothing. Just look at the sheer amount of companies that have failed in this house. I hope you're happy now. Happy that you've ruined everything. Now that you've broken the door, the curse is coming to get me as well.
But you said the curse wasn't real.
Of course you didn't. You're nothing but a policeman. All right. You know what? I'm willing to let you investigate the doomed commercial area. We are set on the path. There's little else to do.
Her facade has dropped. Now you see the curiosity behind the fear.
But before we go on, tell me, did you encounter the malignant entity?
Of course, the entity. I didn't see her, but I sensed her presence. It did felt a little bit uncomfortable.
You did? Then it has to be true. I've suspected that this woman-shaped energy must be connected to the curse ever since I first saw her. Did you see that she lives inside the chimney?
You mean the chimney? That's part of the central furnace? I heard voices coming from there. Chimney, the passage between heaven and hell. Of course, it all makes sense now.
Yes, that chimney is part of the building's
Exactly.
central furnace, and it's enormous. She has barricaded herself behind some metal security curtains. God knows what she's doing there. Some unnatural magic, I assume. You should go find the entity and ask what happened to all the companies in the building. And do return to me after you've talked to it. I'm quite anxious to know what she has to say about the curse.
If you're really interested in cracking this mystery, then we should go back to the furnace. Maybe you could yell into it or something. Make some noise. You'll think of something. You always do.
I always do it, that's true.
Okay, but please,
Few
only a few
questions.
questions. You
How
wouldn't
does-
want to disturb the spirits.
How does this curse manifest
The
itself?
curse is so much worse than you could imagine. It's a disease, eating at the very foundation.
Hmm.
It's the curse of financial distress, of ruin and bankruptcy.
Didn't that curtain just move?
Oh. Wait, that's it? I was hoping for something more paranatural. Okay, I'm a little confused. What does it all mean?
Everyone knows that all the previous companies in this building have sooner or later declared bankruptcy, and their malicious spirits are still here, feeding off bad business practices and disappointing income statements. There's something wrong with this building, I can tell you. Ever since I arrived, I've sensed an eerie, lingering presence, as if I was unwanted here.
Alright, never mind. I
The
didn't have
woman
any other
looks
questions.
aloof, her features much softer. Occasionally she glances at her daughter's silhouette.
The paranatural lol. That's a new one. Yeah. It's my inland empire. That will connect me to this paranatural world. Oh, wait. Let's go yell at the entity. Provoke it.
A thick layer of coal dust covers the furnace, coloring it pitch black.
Physical instrument, yell hello into the furnace.
Something breaks loose in you. A
Yes.
mighty bellow echoes throughout the chimney's depths.
Toilet
The
seat.
chatter of tiny voices above suddenly cease. Then,
Hello?
you've awakened the entity.
It's the police. Who's there? I summon the ghost of this doomed commercial area. Answer me, spirit.
Hello? Did you say anything? I can't hear you. Please come upstairs. There's a safety curtain on the second floor. I'll open it.
The paratoilet entity.
You hear a low rumble upstairs, the sound of a curtain being pulled aside.
After you, officer.
Of course, I'll go first. You know. I'll protect you, Kim. Don't worry.
Hello. I'm Nia.
Oh, hello.
Did you try knocking on my window? I must have missed you. I've been listening to my Milius. So what kind of dye are you looking for?
So is this word salad day. The paratoid entity. So is this word salad?
Could this be the malicious entity? Perhaps it's wise to go along with this masquerade for now. She's got a direct view to the backyard. You should interrogate her about the lynching.
Sometimes this game will throw in French phrases and words. And as much as I don't like French, because I was forced into it in high school, because of this game, I kind of want to learn French again. What do you mean, Melows?
Yes, Amelia is like a call-in station. You need a two-way radio to access one. That's why I have these.
What? Okay, auto mode just said help message for reason, race, ethnicity, or religion. Allow will post it to the chat. And all you said is I don't like French salad dressing. I'll allow it. Why was that say what? Why was that censored? And it wasn't even that it only looked at like the fact that you said I don't like French. No, it literally took like the French salad dressing thing. Ooh. French salad dressing is the word that's going to get me cancelled. This is why I always say context is important. It is. I mean, because of this game, I've said some things that if you took it out of the context, it would be horrible.
Mostly, they just teach you to swear in different languages. But some of the stations can be quite interesting. I was so absorbed, I must have missed you knocking.
You must have me confused with someone else. I haven't knocked on your window, I haven't knocked on your door.
Then how did you get inside? By the south entrance? You know what? It doesn't even matter. What matters is that you're finally here. Let's talk dice. Did you have something specific in mind?
I don't like Italian salad dressing either. Apparently that's fine. Yeah. It's just the French we're not allowed to hate here. We must append We must append the French. Pens. Damn it! I say it wrong again. Must appease the French snowflakes. Even though it's not true. I hate French fries. Yeah, no, see, it's the French. It's specifically the French. Because that one was blocked as well. Oh my. Okay, why are you asking me about dice?
I'm a novelty dice maker.
Ooh,
Tell me
fun.
the name of your role-playing system and I'll make the die you need. That's why you're here, yes?
As she speaks, her bone-like fingers fiddle with a ring. Her bones light, but her hands strong. Role-playing games? You know the one made by Fortress Accident. Does that count?
Sure, I like role-playing games and I need some dice.
Very good. My rate is 10 real per set, unless you want something really unusual.
Yeah, okay, well, I'll allow it too. Yeah, I get it. But damn those poor Italians. Yeah. Oh, so we are allowed to hate the Italians, but no one else.
Take a look around and see if there's any particular stone you want to use.
It almost looks as if the stones and dice are a natural part of the room. growing out of the shells like stalagmites. No falsehoods are present. She's a novelty dice maker and doesn't have anything to hide. Ask what you need.
Okay, how did you... I'd like to order a die for me. Yes, I want dice. Does this mean I'll have to find another place to sleep? Yes, but... I'll have dice. It won't censor for them, yeah. It doesn't matter if their feelings get hurt.
Of course. Tell me what you have in mind.
Viral untethered setting. Cursed die. Most extraordinary die. Just a normal die, very regular. Ugh, that's boring. I'm looking for something to help me with my work. Need more time to think about it. I'm sorry, I don't actually know what die I want.
How about an amber dye?
Amber, poor man's gold.
Who told you amber was cheap? It's beautiful, really, and has been treasured since the ancient times. For 7 real, I'll craft you a 13-sided die from a piece of amber with a fossilized insect. It's perfect for those who can't seem to let go of their past.
Oh. This is interesting. Because I think the game really knows what I want to do here. Because in my first playthrough, which I didn't stream, my aim was to just do my job as well as I could. And then the dice maker suggested police scholars. And now that I'm trying to actually look more into my past, it gives me this one. So I think that's pretty cool. That sounds like me.
I had a feeling.
She's psychic. Okay, I don't think Aerith is gonna die in Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Because the ad for it just said Defy Destiny. I don't know much about Final Fantasy. And my first experience with Final Fantasy happened a while ago when I just started out playing Final Fantasy VIII. Well, crap, I just spoiled. Well, I don't know what any of those words mean, so I'll probably forget it anyway, so you don't have to worry about it. But yeah, so Jem always told me to play Final Fantasy VIII, so that's the game that I'm starting off on. And that's one that I'll be streaming next week, Monday. It's a deal.
Great. See you in 8 hours then. Was there anything else?
Do you know about the man who was lynched behind the whirling in rags?
Nothing really. I didn't know him.
Who cares about a dead body? We might be dealing with a malignant entity here. The lieutenant looks at his notebook. Then the woman under the large window.
Your window looks directly onto the courtyard. You're saying you didn't see or hear anything unusual last Sunday evening?
I'm sorry, detective, but as you know, I usually have my headphones on when I'm working. It shuts out most of the daily ruckus behind my window.
What do you mean by daily ruckus?
Well, there's always something going on in the Whirling's backyard.
Oh, maybe the whirling is cursed.
During daytime, there are usually those kids. And lately, I've been seeing a lot of drunk workers hanging about. Must be because of the strike.
She's heard of the murder, but did not see it, sire.
But I never saw anyone during that fateful Sunday night, I'm afraid.
So you never took your eyes off the work to look out the window?
I might have, but in this case, all I would have seen is my own reflection staring back from the darkness.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense.
It's really hard to make anything out in the yard when it's dark outside. Besides, I rarely get up to look out the window when I'm in the zone.
Fair. Do you often work Sunday nights?
It's an odd profession, making dice for people, but I like it, and I prefer doing this to sitting at home.
Thank you for your answers.
She nods.
It's also quite specific.
Anything else, officer?
How did you become a dice maker?
How did I become one? It was a business decision. I was a regular jeweler at first, but that's an unfocused field with too much competition. Some of my friends were role players. They asked me to make some polyhedral dice out of cobalt. That was my first order. I grew it from there.
Do you like role-playing games yourself?
Not especially. I like working with rare materials and a steady pay. And role players as customers? They're nice people.
Hey. To everyone out there playing Dungeons and Dragons, you're nice people. That's true. 90% of all my friends and people I get along with all play Dungeons and Dragons. Which is funny when you consider I still haven't found anyone who's willing to play it with me. It's kind of hurting my feelings thinking about it.
Some of those nice people have big bucks to spend on novelty items.
But let them. Where are we anyway? What is this place?
We're inside the chimney of an old central furnace. It's strange, I know. But when I arrived here, all the other rooms were taken, so I had to build myself a makeshift home. Besides, I don't really have to pay any rent here, so that's a plus.
Plaisance was right. There's an entity living in the chimney. You should ask her about the curse.
Creative.
I've heard this place is cursed. Did you know that people call it the doomed commercial area?
I've heard the stories, but I don't think those stories are true.
Wait, how do you explain what happened to all those companies then?
It's just capitalism. We only hear about tales of success, so it's often surprising to realize how many ventures actually fail.
Plaisance is the one who sends me. She's convinced that this place is swarming with malicious energies.
Plaisance, the bookshop lady? I've heard that her business is doing rather well. Have the energies spared her somehow?
She has 70 trinkets protecting her against the curse. Actually, the bookstore isn't doing that well. There are hardly any customers. And she has to exploit her own daughter to keep the company going. The curse is just biding its time before it strikes. Sooner or later, everyone will fail. Even her. I don't know why the bookstore hasn't gone bankrupt yet. That's what I'm here to investigate. Yeah.
Alright. But it's not just the bookstore that's still up and running. What about the whirling in rags? Some people say it's part of the building complex.
Hold on, the whirling is part of the doomed commercial area?
You could say so. Both houses were built at the same time and under the east of the Commerce Central project.
Interesting. But it's still a separate building. The malicious energies can't reach there.
And then there is me.
Oh yeah, you're working quite well.
I've been here for 14 years, selling novelty dice to role-playing enthusiasts. Not exactly a million-real business idea, yet somehow I've survived despite the talk of malicious energies. Strange, isn't it?
It's because she's in cahoots with the demons.
Of course. Of course it is.
Maybe it's just because she's so talented that she's been able to woo the curse.
It's because you're competent and dedicated to your craft. The curse doesn't affect people like you. You know, when you think about it that way, maybe the curse is just life. And yeah, if you don't show dedication, you're not gonna succeed.
What, so the curse only affects people with poor work ethics? What you're describing isn't a curse, it's capitalism.
Yeah.
The jig is up. The she-demon knows you've uncovered her true identity.
The she-demon.
Time has come to face the source. Fear not, for the forces of the universe are supporting you in this psychic quest.
Starting to see that there is no curse, only business decisions and natural market fluctuations. Honestly, I'm still not sure this world is a puzzling place. I think it still might be you that's causing this. I feel like an asshole, but I really want to know what she has to say about this.
So I'm the grand dragon in the cave. Might I ask what supports this claim?
I yelled to summon the ghost of the doomed commercial area, and you were the one who answered. There's something ghostly about you, ethereal even. You're the last man standing, you must be responsible. I don't have time for explanation now amidst all those visions I'm getting. Yes, I yelled, doomed.
Oh my, I've revealed myself. You better call the exorcists.
It is not my job to interfere in matters with the supernatural. I'm merely a police officer. I don't have to call anyone. I'm a ghost whisperer myself.
Of course. How convenient. Well, if you ever find a way to explain all those inconsistencies in the curse, then let me know.
That's all she has to say on the subject. She has been thorough and truthful, as far as we can see. Plaisance needs to hear about this. Perhaps if you combine your psychic energies, you will make sense of the situation.
Alright. Oh.
Hey, so we've been monitoring you internally, and now we know your Copo type.
Wait, there's a Copo types?
Yes. Guess what's yours?
Some kind of weapon cop? Sorry cop? I was kind of hoping I'm the superstar cop.
That is only a ludicrous daydream. Guess again.
Cool
You're-
cop?
No, you're the sorry cop.
What?
The cop who's sorriest. Let's make it official then, shall we?
So, since I didn't start off streaming my first playthrough, I'm just gonna explain this. So, I got the game during a period I couldn't stream, so I played it, couldn't help myself, and I played through it several times actually. But every time I've like the first time I got like the sorry cop again, and I was like, you know what? Next time I'm going to try and say sorry a little less. Because I was like doing it with Chan Walrus, and he said, yeah, you do say sorry a lot. And I'm like, I'm sorry, I'm just trying to be a reasonable guy here. And now, I can't escape it, no matter how hard I try not to be a sorry cop. It's like, oh, you know what, you're still... I can't even... Am I really that... Am I Canadian? You close the page? Oh. Well, okay, I'm sorry, Upton. I want the other Copo types to be jealous.
What? Jealous of the sorry cop? I think they'll be fine. Don't worry. They'll be super, super fine. It'll be totally okay. You can dual Copo type from sorry to anything.
Okay. Fucking they should be sorry.
Yes, yes. Impotent rage and lamentation. Let's wrap it up.
You know what? Actually, I'm not sorry. I changed my mind.
No, you don't. Come on. You'll be back to saying sorry in 2 minutes. Stop wasting time and begin the repentance.
I'm sorry.
Of course you are. It's okay. See if you can get something out of this, like info. Or maybe every time you say you're sorry, you get $1 million. That won't happen.
I hate the fact that I'm constantly sorry. I don't want to be this sorry. I don't want to be Mr. Sorry. I'm a sorry excuse for a human being. And I'm not even that. You should download Dragon's Dogma 2 Character Creator. It's free. Okay, I'll look into that. Okay, let's report back.
What have you found? And also, do buy the books. There may be teachings in them.
I've talked to the entity. Her name. You told me about. Sorry. I talked to the entity you told me about. Her name is Nia. Neha? Nia. And she's a novelty dice maker.
A novelty dice maker? Well, spit it out. Why does she need the dice? For some kind of sorcery? Sometimes they use the ankle bones of sheep.
Sounds good. I love anything with that I can use as a character creator. That's actually pretty useful because that means that once I do get the game, I can just immediately start. Because in a lot of games, when there's a character creator, you'll see me like just spend hours trying to make the perfect character before I actually start. She's not a sorceress or some malicious entity. She's a businesswoman like you. No man, I felt her aura. She's not the one to blame for this curse. She may be involved, but I don't have a way to question the malignant entity further.
I don't understand. If you're not sure it's her, then where is the source of the doom? How did she explain the curse?
The narrative she's built herself, it does need tearing down. She's squeezing on the pendant too tight. A drop of blood in her palm.
Jeez.
Just don't say you don't have any answer yet. The uncertainty is killing her. To hell with it. Perchance you ought to just lie, sire.
She said it's just capitalism. Bankruptcy is a quirk of our economic system.
Wait, what? The entire economic system is cursed?
Yes. The system must be cleansed of immigrant... Oh no, what? Sorry. Must be cleansed of immigrant labor. I hope no one from work hears me say that. Because, like, my workplace is they're awesome. They're awesome. I'm afraid the world revolution can help you. It's true, we live in a precarious world. Nothing ever turns out right. You need to get used to the chaos. What I meant was I found the source of doom. Forget about the economy thing. No, it's true. We live in a precarious world. Nothing ever turns out right. You need to get used to the chaos.
Precarious world? Economy? I understand what's going on here. You went in there, rummaged around, and accomplished nothing. And now you're telling me these intellectual things to cover up for it. It's okay. You don't have to. I was wrong to trust another person. I will manage this psychic calamity as I always have. Alone. On my own. Thank you for nothing. Please, do buy some books, or be on your way.
Wow. Total psychic collapse between you two right now. There was never any other way this could have gone. She's just too far gone into her own mind.
I am sorry we had to disappoint you, ma'am. Can we go now?
Okay, farewell for now, Bookpeddler. Took me hours to create my... yeah, you should create your characters before start the game. It took me hours to create mine. In Dragon's Dogma 2, character weight determines your stats as well. That is important to know. You're strong, I have a lot more health, but she's gonna be slower. I don't need a flashlight anymore. I forgot I wore glasses. Can I? No. Okay, let's actually report. Can I still report my stuff missing? My female
Inside,
partner
you
I
see a set
created.
of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out toolbox, and the soft glow of the fuel preheater gauge.
It's important to have like a contrast. Okay, let's pick up the radio again.
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist you?
Okay, could you connect me to the 41st precinct? I have something I need to report.
Just a second, officer.
10-2, 10-5. This is 41st. Come in. Over.
The man uses relay code. You've got this. You're a cop, and cops know relay code.
10-4, station 41. I've got urgent business, over.
10-4, message received. 10-5, relay message. What's your status? Over.
Just reporting in, over.
10-18, state your message, sir.
I need to report my badge missing.
10-9, over.
My badge, I can't find it anywhere. It's basically gone.
10-4, message received. This is a very serious situation. I need to 10-22 the captain. Over.
1022, the captain. This sounds bad. Bad and scary. Like being called to the headmaster's office in school.
Oh no.
Is it him? What does he want?
Says he lost his badge and needs to report it.
He what? He lost his badge?
Hey, who's this?
This is Communication Officer Jules Pidieux, sir. Over.
No, the other one.
You mean your partner? Over.
Hydrate. Alright. My partner.
What is he saying?
I love his voice.
He's asking who you are.
I'm his goddamn partner.
I just love the way he says it. I'm his goddamn partner.
It's your partner, Satellite Officer Vitmar, sir. Over.
Vitmar?
Did he lose his memory along with his fucking badge? Who lost his badge? Dick fucking Mullen. Who do you think?
It's Officer Dick Mullen from the bestseller Dick Mullen and the Lost Identity.
Dick Mullen is not your name. It's the name of a fictional detective who would not lose his badge.
Yes, I got that.
Defend yourself. Immediately. They're laughing at you.
Come on, operator, tell them to stop. This is serious. Haha, officer has lost his badge. Haha, like I'm the first cop to ever misplace his badge.
He says this has probably happened to other policemen before him and laughs sarcastically.
Oh goddamn it. Is he fucking kidding? The whole station's gonna be dicked for this.
Satellite Officer Vikmar is wondering if you might be joking and adds that this tarnishes the reputation of the entire station. Over.
For a badge, it's a badge. It's like a tiny little plastic thingy.
Mullen dicked us.
Come on, tell him to stop. This is serious.
He's asking you to stop, says this is serious.
You know how the French is loser, they say, this loser. This loser.
Of course it's serious. He lost his fucking badge.
He lost his fucking badge.
Satellite Officer Vikmar concurs, losing your badge is serious. Over.
Can't we just move on? I want to get it reported and be done with it.
10-4, I hear you, officer. I'm just going to make a note here that you are in pursuit of your misplaced badge. Over.
Fuck me. Mac, come here. You've got to hear this. Dick Mullen lost his badge.
This loser. They're all losers.
What's going on?
Super Cop here lost his badge.
He lost his what now? His badge. He lost his goddamn fucking badge.
Could you hopefully stop saying lost his badge for a moment?
He asks you to please stop saying he lost his badge.
Why? Did he find it?
Sergeant Orson was wondering if you found your badge yet.
You don't have a comeback. Sorry. It's hard to think like this.
I'll say nothing.
He's not replying. Looks like he's still looking for it.
Enough with this now, I have other things to discuss.
Captain 9, come again. I didn't get that. Over.
New heights even for Captain Sober.
Ask him. Ask him if he's lost his gun too.
Oh god, I did.
Sergeant Orson wants to know if you lost your gun too. Over.
Oh, fuck.
Alright, let's convince him I didn't.
Lying over the phone? It's easy. Just say it like it's the truth. And then it becomes it.
No, of course I didn't lose my gun.
He says he didn't.
Did you know there's an enemy in Dragon Quest called Marquis de Leon? It means Lion King. Uh-huh. I only knew that Leon means lion because it sounds similar. I didn't know about Marquis. Marquis? Am I pronouncing it correctly? I don't know. Marquis de Leon? And that is my attempt at trying to sound French.
Thank God for that. That would have been a nightmare. I don't even want to imagine the poor prick who has to relay that kind of news to the captain. Losing his badge is bad enough. Tell him to find it, and fast. We can't have some gangbanger running around with it.
We're all glad to hear you've not lost your gun, officer. You need further assistance? Over.
Listen, I might have actually lost my gun too. This might sound old, but there's personal details I'd like to discuss.
Okay, 10-4, sir. I hear you. Relay your question. Over.
Marquis, sorry. I missed the R. So it's Marquis de Leon. Marquez? Is it Marquis or Marquez?
Wait. Before you say anything stupid, think it through.
What is there to think about?
You're going to be looking at a straitjacket if you tell everyone you lost your memory. Be smart about this. Ask if he's there alone.
10-4, sir. I'm not hearing your question.
Hold on. Are you alone in the room? I need some confidential information about myself.
That's a negative, sir. I got 10-12 visitors present here. Over.
If I got my badge description right in your report, could you read it to me? Name, rank, date of birth. Please refer to me with my last name in the future. Have I ever told you about my life before the RCM?
10-4, well, that's,
Does he actually want something, or is he hell-bent on disrupting our work?
He asked if he ever told me about his days before joining the RCN.
For God's sake, cut this shit out. Tell him to stop wasting time and be a goddamn policeman for a change.
Marquis de Leon.
Sir, Satellite Officer Vicmar says...
I heard him.
So, was there anything else?
Please refer to my last name, in the future. Any news about my, family?
Then, excuse me, sir?
You probably don't want to continue on this road.
I just thought you might have heard of them, that's all.
No, sir, I haven't. You're not really keen on mentioning your home life, so I've always assumed things weren't that good on that front. Over.
Okay, that's terrible news to hear, but... I wanted to know if you got my badge description right in your report. Could you read it to me? Name, rank, date of birth.
What? What is it? He's still on the line?
Yes.
He wants to verify the information on his badge.
But of course, it says Dick Mullen, High General of the Revacholian Cavalry Force.
Tell him to stop wasting time.
What do you need, sir? Over.
Please refer to me with my last name in the future.
10-9 repeat message. I didn't get that, sir. Over.
Stop calling me sir and just use my real goddamn name, will you?
What? What is it? What can he possibly still want from us?
He seems intoxicated and keeps asking me to call him by his name.
I'm not intoxicated! Over, lol. Over.
Mullen's drunk and emotionally aggressive. That's new.
Wrap it up. Don't indulge in his drunken antics.
Yeah, let's wrap this up.
Understood, sir. Over.
Okay, 10-10. Over.
Roger that. 10-10. Over and out.
Well, that was something. Over. Okay, Je ne parle pas français. Wait, where is I recently tried to learn a very important sentence. Let's see if I can find it. Because I've forgotten it, but once I read it, I think I'll remember it. Lol, you can't get that French accent out of your head. I'm sorry, it's so nice. It's so funny. I like accents, okay? I have a thing for accents. One of the things that annoys Chen Walrus sometimes is because at this point, because I've heard him so much, my brain starts thinking about British accents. But because I'm also terrible at doing accents, I just suddenly say something with a British accent without thinking about it in a terrible way, and he's like, that's such a terrible fake fucking accent, and he gets all mad at me, and I'm like, I'm sorry. Okay, that was... see, I can't do it on purpose. But you'll hear me say something with a British accent accidentally at some point, probably. You have an accent, Jen Morris loves it. I have a thick hillbilly accent. I like like Festus Hagen in Gunsmoke. I don't know who that is. Wait, okay, yeah, no, I remember the sentence now. Me merde different... Oh, goddammit, I don't know how to pronounce it anymore, that's the issue. Me merde different journée? Something like that. I have to Google it again, like how to pronounce it. But basically I'm trying to learn to say, same shit, different day. in French. Why do I keep walking in circles? Let's see, what do we do? Oh yeah, we need to well, first, do you have skill points? Yes. Why is our authority low? Okay, let's go back to the doors. Because we need to get in there anyway. And also we need to over-authority Titus. Also, that's your character looks like he's having a really bad day. That's because he had several bad days in a row. But look at that smile though. But you know what, one of the things that I remember, I read Titus Hardy's name for the first time. And I genuinely found it kind of like stupid that I genuinely thought that it was pronounced that way, because I read it and my mind was just like, ah, Titus Hardy.
A sturdy metal door guards the southwest entrance to the apartment building. It's locked. This could be a way into the apartment building the smoking man vanished into.
Okay, yeah, so let's leave. Let's get the authority up. Oh yeah, clothing. That's what I was going for. Suggestion. Okay, close. Authority. Nothing. Alright, let's go.
A sturdy metal door. This could be a way into the apartment building the smoking man vanished into. You're well versed in the kind of threatening legalese that implies criminal liability, but in fact has no meaning whatsoever.
Legalese. Am I?
Obviously, look at that vague yet threatening stuff spewing forth from your mouth.
Ma'am, your non-compliance is hindering a police matter. May I be forced to refer you for potential prosecution? Oh, I may be forced to refer you to potential prosecution. Okay, let's try this again in one. I remember I used to call those titliest golf balls titleast. It's actually pronounced tight-laced. Uh-huh. I don't blame you. I also read titleast. Okay, ma'am, your non-compliance is a Damn it. Ma'am, your non-compliance is hindering a police matter. I always forget words. You know what? Fuck it. This answer.
I know my rights, and don't you alarm me, boy.
What?
Miss, would it help if we offer to show you our badges?
Our badge. One of them.
Ah, it's like a carrot to the stick, sort of.
Hold your horses.
You know the song It's Raining Men? Yeah?
I don't care about your stinking badge. Just come in.
Hooray!
Give me a moment.
I made a shitty version of it. It's called It's Raining Boobs. It doesn't even rhyme.
The cold never does any good for my bronchitis.
I don't know how to rhyme boobs with anything, to be honest. First, I'm the policeman that asked you open the door. Are you sure you don't want to see my badge? Well, let's not do that in case she says, no, I want to see it, so... You're right, should I call a doctor?
I'm fine. Fine. Don't you worry about me.
It's funny when my Australian friend thinks that... Of course, because he's Australian. If you ever want to make something funny, add an Australian accent.
Now, what do you want from me, policeman?
She's the cleaning lady. She knows the floor plan and the residence.
I'm looking for Martin Martinez.
Oh, you'll find plenty of Martins here. Don't you worry.
What do you mean? Wait, no, you don't understand. I'm looking for a real person named Martin Martinez. He told me he's Martin Martinez.
Pea-brain. Someone played a trick on you. Martin Martinez is a name for anyone who comes from Martinez, like Tim Jamrock or Raoul Ravachol.
I thought it was obvious. Anyway, officer, we don't have the witness's name.
Hallelujah, it's raining boobs. Sounds good. Okay, see more French. La patence pour les riches. I probably botched that very much. How about a young male in his mid-20s, dark hair, skinny build, a smoker on the balcony? Know where he lives?
Yes, yes. I know who you mean. The scrawny boy who's always smoking like the devil, right?
Yeah.
Somewhere in the building, a child starts crying. You hear a radio tuned to a talk show and someone taking a shower.
What's he in trouble for?
No trouble, I just want to talk to him. Do you know where he lives? He's wanted for murder. He's going away for life.
He's actually not wanted for murder. We just want to talk with him.
God damn it, Kim, can't we scare just one person?
Talk?
Madam, jeez, go to a doctor.
What was so funny about that?
Exactly.
He lives upstairs in room 28. Go to the balcony. It's one of those doors there. He's usually home in the evening.
Thank you. We should go check out his apartment on the balcony. See if he's home.
Thanks, I'm off. Alright. Oh, wait. The box. Box has things. Money. Oh, yeah, mailbox also has things, usually. Someone's drawn a 5-pointed star on the wall.
This door has been closed with a padlock. A chalk-drawn number on the board says, number 11. No reply. It's a solid lump of metal, but the shackle is deeply corroded. A solid pair of chain cutters would make short work of it.
There's a gaming console that looks like a booth. You can turn it on by pressing the nail in. I'd play that.
Better whip out those cutters. You won't get very far otherwise.
Alright. Let's grab them. Oh, there they are.
This door has been closed with a padlock. The shackle snaps like a twig, and the lock falls to the floor with a little thud. It should be possible to enter now.
You know, but out of all the voices, just the voices of the narrator and all the skills, it's like butter to my ears, which I don't want to think about butter in my ears, but you know.
After you, detective.
He's smooth.
A plaster cast bust depicts a middle-aged man with impressive sideburns. The name on the plinth reads Kraz Mazov. Honestly, he does kind of look like you after all.
Well, there's that guy that turned his balls into cheese. So it could always be worse. I guess. Kim, you have to admit this Kraz Mazov bears striking resemblance to me. Father Mazov, I'm the hero of the working class. Kraz Mazov was a mass murderer. There's nothing cool about keeping this bust on your nightstand. Does this tenant have a... Why does this tenant have a bust of Kraz Mazov in the red room? And why on top of the bat? Imagine if that thing fell. Also, it's perfectly located because here's the pillow. So here's the head. Here's the body. Here's the crotch. Someone wants to get a head from Kraz Mazov.
The White Star, the photos on the wall. I think we have broken into the apartment of a young communard. How fitting.
Uh-huh. Communism. You have to admit, this Kraz Mazov bears a striking resemblance to me.
Hold on a second. Is this why you broke in here? To find out whether you're Kraz Mazov?
It's purely coincidental. I'm not saying that I am Kraz Mazov. I'm just saying that we look alike. I have to consider it and investigate all possibilities.
Except that Kraz Mazov is dead. He's been dead for 50 years now.
I guess we'll never know. Either way, it was a pain making them. Get it? What? So either cheddar or American. Guess we'll never know. Either way, it was a pain making them. I don't know much about cheese balls. Because he was in pain. I'm trying to read like what you mean, but okay, pun ruined. I'm sorry because I'm trying to like. I thought he just dipped his balls into cheese. I thought that's what you meant. What did he do? What do you mean with he turned his balls into cheese? Did he dip them in cheese? Did he remove his balls, then carved balls out of cheese, and then place that there? Wait, what? I really have no idea what's... He injected... Oh! Oh! I don't want to think about it. I don't want to... Oh, that's how... How? That is, That is something. That sounds a horrible idea. I don't even have balls, but I feel like they're hurting right now just from thinking about it. Okay, just humor me for a moment. Don't you see the resemblance?
Well, you both do seem to share an affinity for sideburns, but it seems like old Kraz here didn't drink nearly as much as you.
How do you know? The bust is probably just romanticized depiction anyway. Yeah, I have a problem with alcohol. Maybe this bust shows him before he started drinking? Well, it's probably romanticized.
Very well. Let's look for identifying features then. Doesn't he have a birthmark right here? What about you?
I can't tell. I can't see my face.
Alright, but here's the big thing. Kraz Mazov looks Samaran, and you don't.
You're right, that's probably... that's something we definitely don't have in common.
Good, so you're not him.
I know I'm Kraz Mazov, that's me. I will adopt his new identity.
Okay, you win. Be Krasmazov then. I don't care.
He's so done with it.
Why are you so hell-bent on proving that you're Krasmazov anyway?
Because I'm a communist, because I believe in a population. Because actually he wanted stability and an incremental progress, and so do I. Because he was a total gangster bank robber who went for all the cash in the world. That's me. I'm not sure, I just have a feeling. But I trust my feelings. Because he was totally a gangster and bank robber who went all of the cash in the world. That's me.
I think you have misunderstood who he was, but if you say so.
The hero of the working class. Because Messer was a mass murderer, there's nothing cool about keeping this bust on your nightstand.
He was definitely controversial. The tenant here seems to like him. There aren't many communists around, not after the revolution. Some youth still keep the ideology going, it seems.
I will say, I see a lot more communism graffiti and stickers around more and more often. Hydrate! I shall drink. Thank you for redeeming Hydrate. Oh, wait. Oh, logic?
That isn't just a five-pointed star. It's an inverted white pentagram cradled in a wreath of antlers. The iconography of communism, in other words.
Inspect the symbol closer.
The star and antlers was developed in the 6th decade of the last century and quickly adopted by Mezov and the communards during the revolution. Even today, half a century after, the star and antlers retains the ability to evoke hope, disappointment, and fear in equal measure.
Why is the star upside down?
To symbolize the toppling of the old order. Also, some social democrats were already using it.
Why white?
Because white is the color of peace.
What does it evoke in me?
Gone. Gone is the glory of hope. Only the scribblings of impoverished students remain in dirty hallways.
Wait, what?
You are the big communism builder now. It's you or no one.
I forgot that. I'm sad because communism is gone. See, that's what I mean with... Oof, your morale got damaged, yes. Because apparently I'm a that's what I mean with context is important. Like you said, this game makes me say things that... If you take away the context of me just reading things from the game or like reacting to this game, it would sound hella controversial. Like, I said that, like, women can't do police work as well as men police, and then just started saying, like, I guess at least they help clean the station. You know, and that shit, if it wasn't for the context that I'm just reacting to some of the wild possibilities of dialogue that you can have in this game, then that would sound terrible, and it would have gotten me cancelled. But that's what I like about this game. It's just filled with extreme opinions, and it's just not being apologetics about it, and it's just funny. You know, it's worth a couple of laughs. I love this game so much. Oh yeah, I forgot to check this cabinet, by the way. Let's see, no, I don't have it. Oh, here it is. Yeah, so I've said, like, apparently I've said 3 fascist things, apparently. And if you took away the context of the game, that would be horrible. So, I still don't know my name in rank. Oh, it fixed it. Oh, the repeatable model lags, by the way. Oh, it fixed itself. Yeah, it just sometimes does because I do not have the best camera tracking in the world. So, it, if I like go too far with my head, it kind of like lags out or just does weird things. Or if I step too far away from the camera. Let's get in. Thank you. Oh. Let's go to the balcony. And see if he's home.
This door is made of metal and appears to be reinforced. Someone here really values their security. Number 28. This is where the cleaning lady said the smoker on the balcony lives.
To be honest, I don't know where I fall politically. When it comes to politics, I fall into the abyss. I fall into the void. I am in every... I am on every part of the political spectrum and nowhere at the same time.
Let's see if anyone's home. Knock on the door.
No one answers.
Looks like the young man we are looking for isn't home. I think our best chance to catch him is in the evening.
That's how I feel a lot. Mm-hmm. Honestly, that's how we all should think. Shouldn't really look at like where you fall on politics. You can just be like, okay, when it comes to this, this is what I feel about it. And always stay open for opinions of others.
We should return tonight after we have finished with our day's work. How about 9 p.m.? Sound good?
Sounds good. Tonight.
Tonight at 9 p.m. Right here. Apartment number 28. Good. Let's go.
Sounds like a date. Okay, let's go back. Let's go outside then. Oh no, wait! I could potentially get money out of this bucket. Awesome. Always looking out for that money. I'm out hustling. Oh yes, wait. Okay, let's go to my notebook. The suicide of Krasmazov. Okay. There's something you can't get out of your head. Krasmazov, the father of scientific communism, the premier of Communist Party, and the zest of Raad during the Anticentennial Revolution, head of the 11th Day government, sideburn-toting, bearded figurehead of the movement, shot himself in the mouth and died one day in his cabinet as things were collapsing around him, just gave up? That's not good propaganda, is it? Be a communist, shoot yourself in the mouth. Something about this irks you. Oh my god. What is it with this game and suicide imagery? I'm having it like scary a lot in this run. Alright, let's see about like conceptualization. We have +1. That's good. Do we have other? Yes. Alright, let's go.
Just an ordinary wall. Nothing to see here.
Okay, let's see. I have to, so I can put one in conceptualization. But it's already so high! You know what? Let's just do the important stuff first. Fine. Russians created Russian roulette. It all makes sense now. Guess that does sound like a very communistic thing to do, I guess. I don't know. Okay, wait, let's actually get back our authority. Oh, that's Spirit the Corpse. That's not authority, but do we have anything that can increase authority? No, just decrease, but that's not what we want. I am going to be a little bit safe scumming. I'm sorry, because last time this went. Let's just do a quick save. What is this? It's a bowl. There's spit in it. Reeking of tobacco. Oh, okay.
Looks like the circus left town, but the clowns are still here.
I'm never going to get that, can I?
Establish authority. Yes. Authority. Feverish thoughts race through your mind.
First tell me someone's been raped, and then you say who, and you don't say who, that's bullshit. Kim, I need your gun. It's the only thing keeping this town from... I'm the only thing keeping this town from going to hell, and you're not helping. Kim, I need your gun.
Why?
This is not what he thinks it is. This is a great idea. I'm afraid it's not what you think it is either.
What? Who? Me? What is it? This is only a demonstration. Kim, the gun, please.
What in the name of fuck are you doing?
But I don't want to give you my gun, not after the last time.
The fuck is happening, Titus? What are they whispering about?
Easy, Shanks. I want to see where this is going.
Trust me, Kim, I am merely fresh.
Merely what?
The pressure in the room grows to a boiling point.
Be careful, it's loaded.
Good. Now put it in your mouth.
But I want to point it at the... Okay, fine.
What are you doing?
Genuine panic flies across the lieutenant's face.
Yeah, this is... What?
Fellas, you getting any of this?
These are my thoughts. This is my head.
What in the name of motherfuck?
The fuck is he saying? Some insane shit.
Nothing. Give me the gun.
You will never forget what happens in 5 seconds if you don't respect me.
Fellas, the cop is really threatening to off himself. This is insane.
No, that is not what is happening. This show is unnecessary. Give me my gun, now.
He's desperately trying to offer a counter-narrative. There is none.
I'm not fucking this case up. Figure out the trigger. You will respect me. Oh, so I'm not pulling it yet.
We'll solve the case. Look at me. Don't worry. This demonstration is not helping at all.
Yeah, cause I sorta wanna see that shit.
You won't, man. His fucking balls ain't big enough.
Should I do it? I did save beforehand. Yes. Could kill myself now, you fucking whore.
Deranged cop kills himself. Citizens in shock as a deranged law official reportedly from the 41st precinct shot himself in the head last night in the middle of a crowded cafeteria in downtown Martinez. The exact details of the incident have not been revealed, but first-hand witnesses claim that the officer was making a point. Can't say I'm surprised. Lawrence Gart, manager of the Whirling in Rags cafeteria, where the incident took place,
looks like you beat the
commented
game.
he was extremely unstable and had threatened to kill himself before.
Well, let's load game. I beat the game, guys. We beat this cop's depression. Actually, no, that's horrible. I don't know what to respond to this. My mind is racing with questions.
Looks like the circus left town, but the clowns are still here.
Should we attempt to roll the dice again, or should we just go? You know what? We should probably just take off now. We need more authority. That was dark. I'm sweating. Yep. Yeah, that was jeez. Can I make another dark joke? Now I can finally cross up suicide from my bucket list. All right, let's I guess I'm just so disoriented. You know, suicide changes a man. When you have a gunshot through your own head, it's kind of hard to remember what you're supposed to be doing. Getting the body down. Okay, yeah, so let's ask Measure how to take the body down. It changes a man permanently, that's for sure, yeah. You know what? I'm gonna take a quick break. I'll be right back. I will get myself also something new to drink, so yeah. I'll be right back. I'm back. Let's go ask Measurehead for help.
Do not presume this has drastically altered our race dynamique.
I knocked you out like a god of the martial arts.
True. I said nothing about our personal dynamic. That has altered. A little. He means very little.
Ever told me you could help us get the body down from the tree? The tree? Why did I say it like that?
So it was. You bested me in race combat to reach my superior, then had him give me an order. I salute your cunning, enemy. I will go and remove the body from the tree with my bare hands.
You're so noble, Measurehead.
There's a but. But while I am gone, someone must stand guard on the bridge. That someone needs to be you. Both of you. That would mean you're openly showing the people that you're taking the Union's side.
Lieutenant, what if we don't want to do that?
This is the uncomfortable result of not taking it on ourselves. I can live with a compromise.
Listen to your little friend. He is wise in his childlike way. His mysterious race may yet prove fierce competition to my heroic haplogroup.
Alright. Sure. I blame him. He said twas. Tweez. He said twas. Yeah, it's his accent.
Babe, see that they stay here the whole time.
Twas. And it makes me say tweez. It was. Twas. Tweez. I'm getting a bit
The woman's
quibbled.
gaze follows Measurehead as he leaves.
So, you guys are like cops or something?
Yeah, we're the law around here.
Cool. I like men with guns and power. I'm Katya, by the way.
You hear that? That sound. He's breaking something.
Yeah, Jean-Luc must be really tearing it up over there. I wish I could see it.
I also wish I could see it. I don't. I've seen enough of that body already. I also wish I could see it.
Look at you! RCM rent-a-cops! Guarding that bridge like Everott's lapdogs! Is this where it's at now? The RCM is for sale!
No, it's not. We're just tweezers. There you go. Oh, gee, I don't know how to respond with this with a W insert. It's not what you twink.
And who are you? What is your business here? Why are your clothes 4 sizes too small for you?
Your clothes 4 sizes too small for you. Nice. I'll work with whoever I want. Yes, I am the unbelievably corrupt cop. I am corrupt at every opportunity I get. It's none of your business. Yes, I'm an unbelievably corrupt cop.
A shrill laughter interrupts you, echoing across Martinez. It's Kuno. Then, the man turns to look behind him at the behemoth appearing around the corner, approaching him, walking past him.
Who's that? Tweezers. Tweezers. Sorry.
The corpse has been removed from the tree.
Tweezers, Christ.
Stand down and congratulate yourself. You have sided with Ray's victory today.
Thank you for your cooperation, Measurehead. There has been no side choosing. We did what we need to keep order.
And what you had to do was to become a Union man for all to see.
Know anything about this mug?
He does not so much as glance at the object.
Is this your kind of thing?
Stop showing me your pathetic cup. I have no interest in it.
He had nothing to do with it. Does he strike you as the kind of man who puts mugs into trash?
No. Like, I imagine if a mug broke, he would eat it. Why are you not with the Hardy Boys?
I am not the first line of defense. I am the last. In addition, these so-called Hardy Boys are an effeminate clique of bodybuilders. Their company is spiritually degrading.
You pick up on something artificial in his tone, like he's putting on an act. This is unlike him. He is usually more himself.
There's more to it. What do you have got against themselves? Them. I mean.
Fine. They have recently fallen under the influence of a possibly sexually perverted female vagrant and a narcotics peddler. It's shameful.
Who do you mean?
Find out for yourself. Endomorphic blob.
Interesting.
Alright, let's leave. I'm not in the mood for race theory today. Can you shoot him? I don't have my gun. I lost it. You remember we had to lie to the precinct that I still had it to prevent them from laughing at me even more. Oh, didn't mean to heal my morale, but I guess now it's done. You know what, let's... What's next? Oh yeah, let's call Alice back. You need a new gun? Yeah.
You see a set
Or I
of
need my
steering
old gun
wheels,
back.
A radio microphone, a pull-out toolbox, and the soft glow of the fuel preheater gauge.
Let's step on the fuel preheater gauge.
As you tap on the gauge, the indicator pin jerks as if startled. It's in the large orange sector, indicating the engine is warm. Next to the gauge is a red switch labeled heat.
Now, that's enough fun with the foldable headlights. I know they are mesmerizing. They're also fragile. I'm not going to turn it on for you again.
Alright. Let's go back to the Oh yeah, we still need to tell Evard we opened the... Did we? Did we open? Wait, what do we have? Place lost bull. Alright. I'd make that a priority. Yeah. The thing is, I don't have any clues on where my gun might be. I know I probably... Because, yeah, we sold it at the thrift store. And then someone else bought it again. I'm going the completely wrong way. I was gonna say because for the bull, they might have something in the gym area. Cause that makes sense, right? Yeah, we have a ball here.
barbell waits patiently on the floor, like a dog for its master.
Is this familiar because I'm a weightlifter?
No, it's not that. It's the stale smell of rubber, the squeaky sound of sneakers, your bruised knee against the mat, and a whistle. Then the feeling is gone. It's just a memory from another life, when you were young and fit.
Would I love to go back to that? Let's see. Yes, sir.
Vigilance officer, what can this old carabinier do for you?
I found you guys a new bowl.
What is this? Are you mocking us? This isn't for pétanque.
Now, no need to get angry again, René. I'm sure the officer tried his best. It's not like there's a bull kiosk here in Martinez.
Exactly, I really did try.
Trying is worth as much as is accomplished. In this case, almost nothing. Fine. You try to right a wrong. It's still a gram better than actual nothing.
Yay. Thank you for your time. I'll be back. Okay. Gotta go for, it's an NPC bought your gun. Yeah. I gotta go for a minute. I'll be back. Get back soon.
An old monument stands in the middle of the traffic island, pointing toward the sea. It looks as if it's been reassembled piece by piece, secured and mounted in the air with the aid of numerous ropes and rods.
Sorry, I got distracted. I got an achievement on Twitch. Business Empire. Stream for 250 hours total. Who is this?
A silver plaque on the statue's pedestal reads, "I am Philip III, the Squanderer, the greatest of the Philippian kings of Revachol, son of Philip II, the opulent, father of Philip IV, the insane."
What a title. What do you mean called the Insane?
Even by the standards of the Philippian kings, old sumptuous Philip was known for his profligacy.
What is that?
Well, he blew through the whole national treasury, starting the decline of one of the penultimate century's greatest superpowers, the suzerain of Revachol. His own maladministration foreshadowed the fall of the monarchy during the anti-centennial revolution, an end to his family line and the monarchy on the Insulindian Isola.
How did he manage to blow through the entire national treasury?
Stories have it that he had his bedroom converted into a treasure chamber, where he stored unfathomable wealth, Krugerrands, bars of gold, ornate weaponry, armor, and various chalices. He called it the Sol Aurum. It was obscene. There were whispers he slept on a huge pile of gold-dipped feathers, like some obese dragon, instead of a bed, like a normal person.
I would like to sleep on gold, hustler style.
But wait, you haven't even heard about his fabled cocaine addiction.
The what now?
You see, old Philippe wasn't just good at squandering the national treasury on gold and ceremonial weaponry, he was also a prodigious snorter of nose candy. Not just any nose candy, though. We're talking Royal Philippian Blow, allegedly twice as potent as the stuff you find nowadays, and purple. Philippian cocaine was purple.
Of course it was. The color of the riches. Riches. Okay, what is nose candy? This is a lot of parts. So he's addicted to nose candy, a bloated druggie.
That's what the revolutionaries said 150 years later. Right before they emptied out the royal mausoleum and dumped His Majesty's mortal remains in the Insulindian Bay.
What's nose candy?
Cocaine.
This is a lot to process.
His Majesty's courtiers said it helped him connect with the higher realms.
Of course it does. Okay, where is he buried now?
Beneath the cold waters of the Insulindian Bay, thrown there by the revolutionaries after they cleaned out the royal mausoleum.
This sounds like me after I play King of the Castle. Everyone wants to throw me in a river.
A group of marble pleurons still surround the king's vandalized tomb. A deathly cold wind sweeps up candy wrappers and old newspapers.
What happened to the statue?
The original was blown apart by communards, then further damaged during the landing of the coalition's airships during the turn-of-the-century revolution, when Martinez was leveled. Most historians think the coalition's hasty landing may have ultimately saved the statue. If the communards had more time, they would have reduced it up to even finer pieces.
Who restored the monument?
Some years ago, a group of liberal, artistically inclined individuals, designers mostly, thought it would be ironic to restore the statue of the most wasteful ruler of Revachol in the poorest part of the city. The statue is supposed to capture the moment it was blown apart, like an instant frozen in time, a rare butterfly trapped in amber, floating on a sea of shit.
Brilliant. So funny and nihilistic.
People in Martinez tend to disagree, as do many prominent art critics and thought leaders with more nuanced social awareness than the young ironists. Philip III, the Squanderer, however, with his bronze face up in the air, doesn't seem concerned about what the hoi polloi think of him in death.
The hoi polloi. I love the fact that they use like unique words that I never get to hear otherwise. Hoi polloi. Hooray.
Not that he ever did in life either.
Communard is also a word I would have never heard of. I mean, I know communist, but not communard.
Wow, you work hard.
I do?
Oh, yes. You hustle. You're a provider. It's tough out there, but you keep it real and provide.
Guess I do, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Like a horse. A workhorse. For hard work.
What hard work do I do exactly?
Look at yourself. You're a human pedometer. You must have walked 200,000 steps down cracked asphalt, mosaic, sand, and linoleum after you re-emerged. That is the sign of a hustler who never gives up. The world is harsh and people are evil. You didn't make it that way, and you won't let it break you. You ride.
Yeah, fucking ride till I die, bitch.
That's just what it's like. Life and death. But you got gills on your side, baby. Got those black papers with the faces of the innocents on them. You bring in the Franco Negros and the Solas.
See, that's also another word I would have never heard of before.
It ain't easy, but you do it. Day in and day out. You didn't make the rules, but you won't lose. You're a cop, and a sprinter, and a money printer.
Sure, and I got that giant novelty check from Mavart. I guess I've made some gills, sure.
Sure. And has it been easy? Is life easy? Have you not gone into cardiac arrest? Are you not about to have an anxiety attack or shoot yourself in the mouth? But you still hustle 24/7, ride or die. Now, ask yourself, are you rich?
No, I'm actually not.
That's right. You work harder than anyone. You almost rode yourself to the grave, and you're still practically a hobo. Why is that?
Because of the guard guy riding my ass.
The Guards man has set himself up one of those self-replicating money structures. You should learn from it. Don't play the victim. Think hustler. Think with your head.
There's a market for corrupt cops out there, but the immigrant cops have the price adopted. Fucking taxes, man.
That's right. 100%. Fucking G-Man's got his jam-covered sticky fingers in your pocket, stealing from you every time you buy, sell, walk, talk, fart, so much as sneeze. Aren't taxes almost non-existent in the Gotham estate that is Revachol?
I thought there were no taxes.
You and I both, but they got those indirect modes of taxation. Sales tax, excise duty, extraction tax. This tax that doesn't even have a name. Plus, there's the stuff people in other countries pay for that makes them ask for more money from you here. The Gotham estate's a myth. In total, the coalition government is taking 98% of all your money.
98% of all my money? Are you sure? That seems like a pretty big number.
What are you not sure about? They're milking your nipples till they bleed. Can't you see? Aren't you sick and tired of having bloody nipples?
Did you have to phrase it like that? No fucking way. I guess I'm a free market fundamentalist now. Fundamentalist? I don't know what it means, but bleeding nipples are kind of a pain. But how will deregulation help with that? So making me into a free market. No fucking way. I guess I'm a free market fundamentalist now. Again, don't know what it is, so don't hold it against me.
Here you go, hustler. Fight the righteous fight. Free the people. Keep it real. Keep it street. Keep foaming at the mouth furiously on the tax issue.
Okay, what is it? -2 empathy. I'm cold-blooded? First you have side bitch ideology, cooking somewhere, don't sweat it, finding indirect mode of taxation for the Gossamer state is compatible with all creeds. It's cool like that. You're a cool anarchist now, unless you don't want to be an anarchist. Whatever, stuff this meal ticket in your eye socket. Let's see what we can steal. Let's see if we can steal some love back from the robber barons at the customs agency and the banditos at the Insulindian Financial Oversight and the Competition Committee. Okay, you know what? Gonna unlock this. And gonna kind of let's see. Alright, let's go with this, I think. Or should I... I don't know, it just takes away empathy. I'll think about it. Kingdom of Conscience. The Suicide of Krasmazov. Lonesome Way Home. Factual Memory Returns. Actually, considering I'm going for trying to memory... Be back. I'll be back. Okay, wait, let's see. Let's rewind. Trace your drunken steps back home. Jump across the race channel bridge southwest of here. Fall over, get up, get off the asphalt. 20 minutes, shuffle your feet through the courtyards, scaring little children. Go under the great raised motor track, the 881, until you reach the domain eminent in North Jamrock. The streets are frozen in this time of year, cracked with white ice. Walk down the main prediction. There's a side alley there and your footprints in the mud. I do love like the art of all the of all the thought cabinet things. It's so weird. You know what I'm thinking? I think I need a new background for my computer, and I think I'm just going to have the thought cabinet. Yeah, let's go for this one. Oh, I saw things I can open. Okay, yeah, the body is down now, so let's check that out.
The corpse lies on the ground among the remains of an absolutely demolished pinewood branch. It's gently laid on one side.
Beautiful.
Mr. Measurehead has done a good job. Nothing is too broken or compromised. The victim is ready for a field autopsy.
A field autopsy?
Yes. 1. Investigation of the scene. 2. Initial examination of the victim. 3. Field autopsy. 4. Transportation of the body to the morgue. We are on number 3.
The RCM's 4-phase murder scene processing manual.
the fuck are they on about?
Cop's gonna cut his shit up.
Don't we have someone else to cut this shit open?
It's not about cutting. And no, you and I are detectives. The honorary rank of detective signifies our ability to handle the entire incident chain, from autopsy to cleanup to social work.
To social work? Excuse me, what? I'm the least social person here. The honorary rank of detectives?
An honor and a burden attached to your rank once you've proven yourself able. Usually after 5 to 8 years of field work. Mine is Lieutenant Detective.
Yes, I feel like I don't think I'm a detective.
You are. Your station would not have assigned you on this case if you weren't. Now...
The lieutenant adjusts his glasses and takes a deep breath.
Tell me something, dead man.
Shoot, Looney Rooney.
Oh, enough.
Come back later, Corporal. Amuse yourself with my frank manners and my memento mori features. If possible, also, see me in your dreams.
Alright, I'll be right back again. welcome back. I just returned as well. I got myself some apple, and like a singular apple, because you know an apple a day keeps the doctor away. But this apple tastes weird. I thought it was the one that I liked. This one called this Sprank apple or something like that, and it burns my lip or my tongue. Yeah, it really does leave a burning sensation on my tongue. I didn't know the song You Give Love a Bad... You know the song You Give Love a Bad Name? Yeah, I think I do. You give Doug a bad name. Hey, who's Doug? Okay, let's leave. A bad game. Okay, let's leave. Okay, well.
The rotting man lies on his side with his eye. The lieutenant adjusts his glasses and takes a deep breath.
Alright. Let's try to remove the dead man's boots.
I thought we decided to leave it to processing. Let's not turn this into some kind of circus.
Okay, so you can sneak out of your room maybe, after he's gone to sleep.
It's alright to remove them again.
I thought we decided to leave.
Okay, so you can sneak out of your room maybe, after he's gone to sleep.
Yeah, it would be a real shitty one, like a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles for the for NES. In the music video would show Doug playing his bad game. Okay, what is a field autopsy?
Come on, officer. You know what a field autopsy is. You've done 100 of them.
What you do know is, at 18.9 kilometers, the dormant shield volcano, Corpus Mundi, is the world's highest summit, and the failure of the 38 single, Et puis descend, to crack the top 20 was the death knell of disco. But what a field autopsy is, you have no idea.
Wait, why don't you know? What use are you? Encyclopedia, dude!
You must have me confused with the Copperpedia.
Who's the Copperpedia? I think I need to talk to him.
You, sir, you are the Copperpedia.
Okay. I can just imagine Weird Al singing it. Wow. Funny enough, you know, I don't really necessarily listen a lot to Weird Al music, but for some reason when I started listening to, like, just let the algorithm decide my music for me on YouTube Music, usually they will pick songs that I've listened to, but for some reason it just started throwing Weird Al songs at me. Not that I minded it, it was just something like, where did this came from? And the fact that you're now mentioning it to me, the stars are aligning. Okay, do you have another pair of gloves?
Unfortunately, no.
Okay, I'll take it like a man.
And hygienically?
Yes.
I suggest I handle the physical part of the autopsy, and you take notes.
We can just fill this in, right?
That's right.
Okay, let's open the ledger.
The dead man stares in silence as you crack open the ledger. The bright red paper is covered in boxes and lists, describing the condition of his skin and organs in 3 parts. Above those, an 11-field info form needs filling out first. It begins with
11 fields! No, that's too many! Let's jump ahead to the 3-part summary.
No. Let's fill out the info form first.
Okay, fine. Assistant.
That's you.
I thought I didn't know my name. Oh yeah, because of like the F-art. Let's just write down HDB.
The corpse is indifferent to your scribblings, just lies there. The next box says
Course case number
KK57-0803.0815.
KK equals Kim Kitsuragi. 57 equals Precinct 57, followed by his date 0803 and time of arrival 0815 on the scene. He's indexed the case after himself, not you.
Imagine if he had a middle name that started with a K. I think that would have been interesting. You sure have made a lot of mistakes in this game. Yes, I have. But that's life, right?
That's because he doesn't want to bring up the messy question of your initials.
Your endgame score is gonna be a D-. I mean, probably. But you know what? I like getting it. Yeah. It's better than an F. I like getting a D. D's good enough. Shouldn't we file the coroner's case under me? Technically, I arrived at the scene before you. Get that authority.
And what would that make the alphanumeric?
HDB 41 0803. Help me out with the time of day, anyone?
1425?
Let's say 1300. A good time to start drinking. 1111. It's meaningful. 1015. It's understated.
Oh, I have 3 options now. I think electrochemistry would know best. But I mean, did I really like arrive and immediately started drinking? I probably did.
Good. Let's go with that.
Yes. Name.
NA. Next.
Date of birth.
NA.
Age.
Roughly 50.
Dry 40. The damage is so extensive, it's better to err on the young side.
I'm gonna write 42.
He nods.
Race?
Mondial.
Fair to olive-skinned, from the Isola of Mwindi. This is as vague as it gets. You might as well say whitish.
Write it down.
The pudgy mess of curdled meat looks neither mondial nor anything other.
Sex?
Fucky, fucky!
I will punch you in the face!
Male.
Thank you.
Pigs can have sex.
I can't. I just realized the names of both male and female private parts start with the first 4 letters of the alphabet. Ass, boobs, content, dick. Wow. A, B, C, D, you're right. Okay, what should I write down? Fucky wucky. Fucky fucky. Male. Pig's gonna have sex. What should I fill into the form? I feel... I'll let you choose, Manslayer. I'll trust you. Say it again. So in the index form for under the category of sex, we can either say that he's fucky fucky. You can write down male, or we can write down pig's gonna have sex. Ah, okay, wait. Nope. I'll just walk over to this side. Normie. I'll be the portrait. Okay, pig's gonna have sex. Okay, that sounds good.
Naively,
No shit!
the lieutenant does not double-check your notes.
Ah, I misclicked. I'm so sorry because when I switch between when I switch between the notes or like between the screens, it doesn't show my mouse directly. And I didn't realize I scooted over that far. Fuck. I'm so sorry. Can you forgive me? You clicked the wrong answer, huh? Yeah, I clicked fucky fucky. Thank you for your forgiveness. Date of death.
We're still going with March 4th, 51.
Okay.
What else? 9. Body identified by is non-applicable. 10. Case number is the same as the coroner's case.
HDB 41 0803.1300 listens, motionless, with the cargo belt still around his neck. Only one box remains.
Okay, evidence of treatment.
None. At least not after the initial examination.
What is treatment anyway?
Interfering with the body's position or wounds post-mortem.
How did you not know that? Aren't you a cop? You're leaving a weak impression here. Say something sure-handed.
I'm not so sure. Did the footprints... didn't the footprints look like he was carried over?
They'd have to have incapacitated and carried him over. This man was more than a match for untrained dog walkers.
Your central nervous system recognizes this gesture. It's the stations of the breath. Ecclesiastic, religious in nature, a holdout from pre-DeLorean burial rites. It takes him 2 seconds to perform. Then, somewhere in Jamrock North, a small wood shed behind Rosencrantz Row, Lieutenant Nick Feuerbat puts his hand to the chest of a small corpse, no larger than a monkey. It's raining outside. Light drizzle. There is darkness in the shed. Elsewhere yet, an obese female sits in a wicker chair, her silhouette bull-like against the window. Outside, Grand Coudon. The day is turning dim for Sergeant Mac Dawson. Hand extended, he approaches, to make sure she is dead more than anything else. The building is tall, 7 stories, wind-wrapped in solitude. Most of the apartments are unoccupied. This was a suicide. The other, an accident. The small one. And so, all across Jamrock, Coal City, GRIH, 42 deceased persons found today. 42 stations of breath.
We should start the post-mortem.
Okay, some information on things that have nothing to do with what I'm doing here. Turn the page!
The corpse cannot feel Kim's hand on his chest. It no longer meaningfully interacts with its surroundings. A thicket of boxes and lists on red copier paper tries to answer why.
Look at all those faces in the portrait. Yeah, it's spirit decor. Which is like my sense of the police system. Yeah, I know which one you're talking about. I'll pull it up later after I've done the examination. External examination summary.
Clothes. The deceased wears armored boots and white briefs. The make of the briefs is Babrodin, I think. Let's see.
See, it's happening.
Babrodin, yes. Inexpensive. Size M. Color white.
The disappointment is palpable. The red-haired thing was expecting something more lurid.
The rest of the clothes have been removed post-mortem by scavengers in order to get to the victim's ceramic armor. Officers are in search of the missing pieces. Removal of the boots is left for processing.
It would be clever of you to omit the boots altogether, sire. If you are to keep them for yourself, as you ought to, you have deserved them more than anyone else.
This is drama. When am I gonna get them?
Patience. After the autopsy, before the body is taken away, there will be a window of opportunity. After the lieutenant has gone to sleep. I hope this has helped you, my liege.
Okay, let's write it down.
The boot has a serial number. It's E50.100.100. The lines between the plates are in the shape of the alphanumerical. The number is purposefully concealed by the design. Tattoos. The upper torso is covered in a single, continuous tattoo, resembling a map of the night sky. It reaches from the right shoulder to the heart. The ink is blue and white. The assistant has a color photograph of the markings, to be added to the case files as document A1. The photo is taken on the scene, using a Trigat Mini. The deceased has a belt for airlifting cargo around his neck, tied with a hangman's knot. Color yellow. Length 3 meters. There is a buckle on the other end. Well-nourished, athletically built, measuring 1.8 meters. Generally consistent with age 42. Preservation is good. Ambient temperature below freezing. Body hair is light brown. Distribution is consistent with the age. The deceased had male pattern baldness. Hair is combed back, short.
Let's touch the hair, the corpse hair.
His hair feels wet, soaked with rain, cold to touch. Not that different from a living person after a swim.
Let's stroke his hair.
The stench is suffocating. Strands of dark brown hair start sticking to your hand, like thread off a ragdoll's head.
Keep petting him.
More hair sticks to your hand. Hair off the rain-soaked head of a dead man. There are bumps and dips on the skull below. An alien landscape.
Right down short, light brown male pattern baldness.
Lividity is consistent with hanging. The head is congested. Contusions are present on the head, chest, and thighs. Consistent with stones thrown post-mortem. Low velocity.
Fucking low velocity? You think Kuno doesn't know what you're talking about? Velocity was fucking max. Talking shit about Kuno's velocity.
In addition, there are bite marks on the face, scalp, and chest. Consistent with predation.
Write down what I meant for high velocity.
Ligature mark. The steel wiring. There's too much of it. We need to remove the belt so we can get to the ligature mark.
You got just the right tool for that.
Oh yeah.
The chain cutters.
I'm prepared.
The hanged man lets out a joyous little bubble of rot from his nose.
A joyous little bubble of rot from his... Ugh. Surprised that can express emotions through rot. Good thing we got these chain cutters.
Always good to think ahead. Now, we need to cut the belt to see the ligature mark below. Carefully, with as much precision as you can.
See, this is what they fucking do French. Precision. Instead of precision, precision.
See, my pig is gonna fuck his head off.
No, he ain't. Your pig's a boring fuck.
Yes, I'm Kuno's pig, I agree.
You are? This pig is Kuno's.
Yeah. Let the kid have it. Let's look for a good spot to cut.
The belt is equally tight around the whole circumference of his neck, swelling over the edges like white bread rising from the east.
Alright. Ooh. Let's go.
After some deliberation,
Yes.
you sink the cutters into the knot tying the belt together. You squeeze the rubber handles together, sweat forming on your brow.
Press down.
Snap. The knot is slashed. Another cut and the belt falls apart like a flower bouquet, revealing the dead man's neck and the dark red ligature mark around it.
The rope rises to a point, leaving a gap in the ligature mark. The suspension point is in the back of the neck.
As it ought to. This is where its grip on the curdled meat is gentlest, pulling up.
Hemorrhaging is observed on the skin, above and below the ligature mark. The mark is well pronounced, consistent with a drop from 1 or 1.5 meters. Chest is intact, normal contour. Abdomen is protuberant, pelvis intact, genitalia...
No! It's gonna happen, see!
I fucking knew it!
Genitalia is male and unremarkable. No evidence of injury.
He called his dick unremarkable. Sorry. This is why you shouldn't be a cop. Inspect, yes.
The dead man's penis is average-sized, congested from the downward collection of blood. The testicles are uneven in length, hanging underneath. The genitalia is greenish. Marbling is present around the crotch.
Okay. Let's write it down and move on.
Back is symmetrical and intact. Upper and lower extremities are intact, but asymmetrical. There are combat injuries on the right hand, thigh, and hip.
Also, you gotta consider there's snow everywhere, which means that if I understand human anatomy, which man anatomy, but which I probably don't. But from what I've gathered from the internet, this means that he would have been above average. I think. I don't know.
Bullets have bitten little pieces out of him. It must have been excruciating, especially the hip. Before you is a temple of pain that knew little tenderness in life.
It probably just revealed to the above average how? Well, because, you know, like, it shrinks when it's cold, right? Or does that not happen when you're dead? It gave no averages. But it said average. It said it was average. And but it's currently cold out and he wears very little clothes, which means that it would have been cold. And from what I get, when it's cold, it shrinks. So if it's now average, then when the temperature is warmer, it would have been above average. I don't know if I'm right, though. I don't know if it even works when the person is dead. I may have just revealed to the internet that I'm a virgin and don't know what I'm talking about. But that's very little here nor there. Bullets have bitten little pieces out of him. It must have been excruciating, especially the hip, before here's a temple of pain that knew little tenderness in life.
In addition, I see smaller, residual scars, too numerous to count, covering about 30% of his skin.
I don't think that's how it works. Well, like I said, I'm a virgin. I can make mistakes.
From wounds sustained over 2, maybe more decades, dispersal and accumulation indicates long and active combat duty.
Last item. Hands.
Okay.
His flesh is cold, icy.
Pleased to meet you. Where are you from and what's your name?
My name is...
I'm only fucking with you. I know where you're from. From Cappadocia. And your name is Il Corbo. What can I do you for, Il Corbo de Cappadocia?
Got myself semi because I was in I'm Nothing Touched and it was just a waste of time. Oof. I'm completely virgin. All the way. I know where you're from. And your name is Il Corbo. What can I do for you? Il Corbo di Copo di Dokia? She was just loose. Well, I mean, you know what they say, it's like puzzle pieces. Some fit together, some don't. Pleasure's all mine. Tell me, are you a temple of pain and a stranger to tenderness?
You get me, Kobo. I feel like you were once for tenderness and kisses yourself, but then shit went south and now you're ahead of even me on the pain front. We should do this more often. Be close like this, I mean.
Hands are clean. No sign of injury from struggling.
Were we expecting any?
I was. Maybe I'm just not seeing them. Honestly, this stench is making it hard for me to think at the moment. Ooh. That's all for the external. Well done. What next?
Internal examination.
Central nervous system. I have nothing. Do you have anything on this man's central nervous system?
Of course, there is a moral to be drawn from it. A moral to this story.
If I may add the moral of the story.
What would that be?
The dead man looks, too, with barely contained excitement to hear the moral of his story.
Brain is very vulnerable to compromise. It is in its blood supply. One? Yeah.
I think that may well be the moral of every story, officer.
I just was trying to kind of figure out what it meant. The brain is very vulnerable to compromise in its blood. Ah, okay, yeah, now I get it. Took a while. Yeah, it's the only one that, oh, damn it, I'm being forced in what was back then the second one. Fine.
Good. Musculoskeletal. Purge fluid is coming from the mouth. Not injury related. Eyes and tongue protuberant. Hyoid bone. Let's see.
With his eyes almost closed. The lieutenant puts his hand on the dead man's throat and begins to massage it, gently. A rotting smell erupts from the mouth. Purge fluid runs down his lips, black and viscous.
Yeah, jack that fucker off!
The hyoid bone is fractured. The rest of the musculoskeletal system is intact. Unremarkable. Respiratory system. Oral cavity shows no lesions. The victim has received dental implants, possibly after a combat wound. Mouth swollen. Hemorrhaging present in mucosa of the lips and mouth.
Okay, let's look inside the dead man's mouth.
No scream, no sigh of relief rises from the darkness inside. It's humid there. Sickly sweet air, unlike anything living. You feel like you're about to throw up again, straight in that mouth of his.
Ew.
No, you don't. You can keep it in. You can keep anything in.
Thank you, pain threshold. I also barely succeeded that one. Let's look deeper.
You manage to suppress the contractions trying to enter your stomach. All it takes is concentration. Through it, you see nothing but darkness.
There are ancient mysteries down there, Kobo. Ask me later.
Wow, Inland's voice suddenly, that is not Inland's normal voice. That is... What? That sounded more like ancient reptilian brain.
Hemorrhaging present in mucus.
Write it down.
Hepatobiliary. NA.
Why don't we have anything?
Are you a hepatobiliary expert?
I don't think so.
Neither am I.
And that's it?
That's it.
Alright.
Same for toxicology and serology. NA.
Both?
Unless you have untapped reservoirs of knowledge there.
Reservoirs? No, but do they take obscure trivia and odd tidbits?
What obscure tidbits and odd trivia fit the field? The completionists in me wonder if there's something we could still do. Yeah. Obscure tidbits.
No.
The completionist in me wonders if I still got something we can do.
Like a toxicology screening? At this stage, I doubt processing will find anything, even if he was brimming with cocaine. But still, you should add a request.
Brimming with cocaine.
Right, NA and add toxology request.
Cardiovascular. The body exhibits heavy lividity. Blood has gathered in the hands, feet, and neck. Hypostasis is visually consistent with the hanging.
Okay.
Gastrointestinal.
He breathes a sigh of approaching relief. This is the last field on the list. He looks around to the ground in a pool of feces there.
This will do.
Digested semi-solid food in stomach. Voila.
Write down. Keep the voila.
What's next on the list?
Description, injury, summary.
Let's see. We have bite marks, contusions on the head and chest, and a ligature mark encircling the neck. You'll need 3 fields. Leave a 4th one too.
What about the injuries we have inflicted? We haven't inflicted any. Okay, bite mark. Okay, I'll just ask.
Oh, so we inflicted them?
Oh yeah, I shot him, didn't I? Accidentally. This is a team effort.
You mean the spin-stabilized munition from a Kill A990 muzzleloader lodged in his lung? That was not a team effort. I just missed my shot. Also, let's not mention it. Muddies the water.
Oh, wait, did he do it? I can't remember. I agree, the waters are muddy enough.
See? These pigs are fucking corrupt.
Why don't you fuck him if you love him so much?
Now, injuries.
Bite marks.
Head, chest, and scalp bite mark injuries. Predation by birds has caused damage to the body. Odontologist does not need to be consulted.
Alright.
And your opinion, officer?
Fatal injury.
Fatal injury by seagulls?
This man was murdered by seagulls.
No, he was not murdered by seagulls.
Okay, it's not fatal injury then.
Yes, it's...
I don't like this game.
For God's sake, leave the box unticked then. What next?
Oh, I'm really starting. Oh, I'm sorry. Just having some fun, love.
Between the stench of death and a never-ending corpse examination, he's under some stress there. Better not to poke.
Oh. Contusions?
So, the scalp bleeds from a post-mortem head injury, a stone. The injury does not have the rim of an early inflammatory response. The perpetrator on the scene has confessed to causing it post-mortem.
At maximum velocity, fucko!
Has confessed to causing it at maximum velocity.
Write it down.
Coagulated blood sticks to his scalp and chest, where the countless stones have hit the dead man. Beneath, the description of injury. 2 boxes.
Opinion fatal injury.
No, it's not.
Fucking fatal as shit, Sailman!
Bitch saying your injuries weren't fatal, Kuno. You gonna let it stand?
I do what I want, see? Learn it.
Okay, non-fatal, post-mortem.
Right.
I don't want to give him
Next.
the satisfaction. I like Kim more. Ligature mark.
A dark red abraded ligature mark encircling the neck, with a gap on the nape measuring, let's say, 7 centimeters. The hyoid bone is fractured, the cervical column intact. I see hemorrhaging on the skin, above and below the ligature mark. Depth of the mark, 1 centimeter. No signs of clawing on the neck.
Below the note, 2 customary boxes wait to be ticked. The man's head jerks to the side. The ring around his neck is visible.
Non-fatal, post-mortem.
Why do you say that? Is it the seagull murder again, or are you serious?
I'm serious. I don't think this is I just took a whack in the dark. I'm serious. I don't think this was the injury that killed him.
Okay. Why don't you think it was fatal?
Through the psychic arts. Why weren't his hands tied? A big man like this would tie... I would tie his hands when marching him down a gallows. That is actually a good point.
Honestly, I'm not sure there weren't marks on his wrist. That part got blurry for me. The stench. But you are right, I was ready to call this. Now I think we should leave it empty, at least for the time being. Let's wrap this up. I pronounce this field autopsy over.
First, how did it go?
It was an irregular field autopsy. We did not establish cause of death, which is supposed to be the goal of an autopsy. But, personally, I do not see this as a parameter for success. We also requested a toxicological screening. That was thorough. The results should arrive in a couple of weeks, if we are lucky. I will not hold my breath.
Psychic arts. Yeah, sorry, I should have... That would have been better. Next time. What else?
We were thorough with the list of injuries, too. We described them all in detail. What is there to say? Given the circumstances, it was a professional field autopsy.
Oh yeah, well done, Master Detective. Maybe a drink is in order?
Perhaps the drink is in order. Later, I mean.
Now, you see, that worries me. You will die if you drink. You know that, don't you? You are proving a useful detective. The organization would miss you.
What now?
I need a copy of that autopsy form. Then I will drive him to Faubourg for processing.
You tilt your head, also looking at the corpse. I'm sure we didn't get everything. There's always something. You run your hands over the victim's cold body, his limbs, his torso with its swollen organs. Maybe you should be more thorough.
Look in his pants again.
The genitals in his breeches continue to be unnoteworthy. You see the penis of a dead man. If you've seen it once, you've already got the picture.
Can't get enough of that dick.
Indeed.
Do you think we missed something?
You can't shake the feeling that there are more secrets concealed in the flesh before you.
I've got a... Yes, there's something we're not seeing. I've got a gut feeling there's more to this corpse.
Okay, well, We are in livor mortis here. He is disintegrating. We need to refrigerate the body if we want to conduct another examination, and we need to do it fast.
Okay, where do we find a fridge for the body?
Hey, wasn't there a giant ice bear sarcophagus below that building?
Why, yes, there was. It was massive. Red eyes glowing in the dark.
So that's what the ice bear shaped refrigerator is for.
Now, that's an overstatement. It's not actually for storing cadavers, or at least I hope so. I think we should take a look at it first. Make sure it's big enough before we carry him over. Let's move. With every hour, whatever we are looking for in the deceased will become harder to find.
Okay, let's check the fridge then.
Both cables are unplugged. Somewhere in the dark, a giant electrical mammon stirs to life.
Gotta turn it on, of course.
The bear's eyes are still glowing red, watching over all the ice cream wrappers hidden inside its belly.
So, what do you think of this fridge, Kim? It looks... fridge? Kim? Fridge, Kim. It looks big enough for two corpses.
It's certainly an eccentric choice, but it is capacious and cold enough to...
Your visual confirms you could fit 2 more bodies in the ice bear fridge.
Shall we go and get the body then? I'll take the head, you take the feet. The stairs won't be easy, but we'll manage.
The 2 of you. Easily.
Alright, let's do this.
The body is heavier than you expected and stinkier. It takes half an hour to get it down to the basement. Then 10 more minutes to stuff it into the fridge. The lieutenant takes a step back to admire your handiwork.
He does not look comfortable in there.
Beautiful. A dead body in an ice bear fridge. This is some of the best police work I've ever done.
It's amazing, isn't it?
You've definitely earned a drink after this. Perhaps even some pagan rites.
Yes, we need to celebrate by performing pagan rites. Let's bring out the mead and set it on fire.
I knew you would say that. I knew this would lead to drinking. No, no more. This is paganistic enough, and he does not leave this room.
He means it. He doesn't want to be the ice bear cop.
This isn't police work, Kim. This is art. We're artists, and this was our vision.
If I were an artist, this would certainly not be my vision. I would be much, much more conservative in my work.
He's right. His work would be much more formal.
At least we've stopped the body from decomposing further. Now you can conduct another inspection under controlled circumstances.
Inside the icy realm of the ice bear fridge, the corpse stands slumped, waiting.
Tell me something, that man.
Shoot, Looney Rooney.
How do you like it in the fridge?
I like it a lot, brother. This really is your finest hour. You're a genius.
Why,
a
thank you.
regular Corpelangelo.
At the autopsy, you said you have ancient mysteries?
Oh yes, Kobo mi Lobo. In the gift horse's mouth. Tracts and wakes and waterways. Ancient materials buried.
Yeah, but to where, brother?
Just a small gulp away. My beloved Kobo. A small gulp away. Come back later, Kobo. Amuse yourself with my frank manners and my memento mori features. If possible, also see me in your dreams.
Okay, we can look it now.
Your arms reach out and your eyes close, as if by their own volition. It's dark all around. You feel cold, slippery flesh, first with your fingertips, then under the palm of your hand.
What is this?
His face, his cheeks, his nose, his fat, swollen lips. Like a spider, your hand crawls over his features. Everything is silent.
Okay, let's crawl up his nostrils, as gross as it sounds.
They are swollen shut. You need to really push to get in.
Okay, push your fingers in his nose.
Only the little one fits. The flesh changes shape as you bore in, searching for something in the cartilage. The thing you're looking for, it's not there. Crawl out, spider.
Put your fingers in his nose. Mouth, I mean.
The oral cavity is cold and moist. A ball-like tongue attaches itself to the base of the mouth, lolling around like a scallop. You're on the right track.
Play with it, this feels right. Yes. I've always wanted to shove my hand down a dead man's throat.
The tongue moves freely in the cavity. The mucus of the mouth is slippery, delicate to touch. From the soft meat, teeth are budding. Hard pearls of bone in the gums and in the back of the mouth. Can you feel it? You're so close. Rip his jaws open now. Look in.
Open my eyes and look.
A vision of black and dark red death, pried open by your naked hands and studded with teeth. Looks like he's laughing. Death fumes rising from the throat, and there, in the back of his mouth, above the bell of the uvula, right in the soft palate, you see a hole, barely visible to the human eye. It is swollen shut, almost vanished. No larger than 0.4 centimeters in radius, the edges appear darkened. An abrasion collar. This is what we're after.
Say fuck yeah!
Mm-hmm. Keep going.
A black trickle of liquid runs into his throat from the wound. Your index fits right in there. A tight tunnel of flesh opens up. Tissue damage. Wide enough for 2 fingers. As you push both in, you reach through his mouth, right into his brainstem.
Okay, feel around first.
The basal ganglia feels clumpy. What entered here has torn apart his reptilian complex. This man will never sleep again. Never wake.
Okay, deeper.
Your fingers slide into the remains of his limbic system. There is no resistance. It's gelatinous. The slug-like structures are damaged too. The tearing extends deep into both hemispheres.
There's a cavity cut between, right between the hemispheres.
The lieutenant answers with the sound of his pen on paper.
Okay, let's push deeper.
Your fingers are all the way in now, reaching toward the inside of his skull. The cavity goes further, but the entry wound isn't wide enough for the rest of your hand to follow. All the muscles in your body harden. Time to enter him.
Were we going to just punch a hole through his mouth?
The cartilage is filled with a crack, like some fruit. Just like that, your hand is in his head. Strange fluid streams down your wrist, and then you feel it with the tip of your finger. Sharp, serrated material. The edges cut right into your skin. The pain is barely noticeable under the adrenaline rush.
Feel a solid object right under his skull.
Can you get to it?
Inspect the skull
There's
first.
a tiny crack, a protrusion in the cranium, right in the back of his head. Your finger must be pointing straight at it. From the inside, the object that is in there stops just short of the skull, in the encephalus, knocking this tiny fracture into the cranium.
We have the makings of a very small exit wound here.
Look what we have here.
You pick the object between your index and middle finger. Feels sharp, like metal. You press your teeth together. Your jaw is clenched. All you need to do is just...
I got it.
Good, good.
The inside of the head feels cold and smooth, like a glove. Sweat dripping down your brow. Careful not to lose the prize between your fingers. With a plop, your hand emerges from the mouth, covered in blood. to the wrist. Between your fingers, a small flower, a blossom made of lead.
A bullet.
Drop it in.
The bullet falls in the bag, leaving a smattering of blood on the plastic. He raises the bag under his eyes and says,
A non-calibre. Rifled. Some kind of brittle alloy. Fractured on impact.
Keep it, Lieutenant, as a gift, because you gave me the gun that doesn't work.
No, you deserve it. We can log it later.
Thank you.
We need to add an item to the injury list. Injury number 4. Oval entry wound with an abrasion color. Soft palate, back of mouth.
Yeah. So he was shot first.
High velocity. Temporary cavity in brain tissue. Small exit wound on the occiput. How does that sound?
Sounds like heaven.
Opinion, fatal injury.
Goddamn right.
And one last thing. We can now fill in injury number 3. Ligament mark. Opinion, non-fatal. Post-mortem. Treatment.
He's proposing the bullet was the real cause of death, and the hanging an attempt to conceal this fact.
The legitimate mark, the fractured hide bone, it was all treatment?
Yes, and the belt around his neck. The hanging. Even dragging him to the yard. All of it was done after this man was already dead.
Dead dabba doop doop.
Deadity dead.
Agreed.
I have had my doubts since you showed me the tracks. Why did they carry him over? Why not march him, I thought. There was no satisfying explanation. There have been other signs too. Small things. We were right not to assign hanging as cause of death, as the perpetrators expected we would. No such luck for them.
There is, of course, the very real possibility he was both shot and hanged.
Maybe they just shot him while they hanged him?
To put him out of his misery? It's possible, but it doesn't explain all the other dubious things here. Lack of struggle, primarily. I may be intellectually sloppy, but I prefer one theory at a time. And this just smacks of treatment to me.
Maybe who would do this?
That's for us to find out. But this, it will make finding them just a little easier.
Why would anyone do this?
To hide something. The real killer? The real motivation? What really happened here?
Maybe I need to wash myself.
Oh, you really, really do. I am glad to hear you say that. Your room in the Whirling in Rags should come with a bathroom. Be sure to make use of it in the evening.
Maybe the bullet holds more answers.
Yes, we should take a closer look at it. I am certain it has more to tell us.
This little thing could reveal much about the weapon that shot it.
What happens next?
We bag the corpse and carry him to the holding pen of my kinema. I can transport him to processing myself, but I will be gone for the rest of the day.
You'll be gone? What should I do in the meanwhile?
Work on the case. Tend to personal matters. Try not to do anything too dangerous. An officer needs backup in a neighborhood like this. I'll leave that choice to you. And one more thing. Great work, detective.
The word lingers in the air of the basement. Far away, ice cream makers are buzzing, and the sea wind blows outside. Detective.
After you bag the corpse, Lieutenant Kitsuragi will leave the party until tomorrow morning.
You
can do side tasks, and even the main case, but it might be more difficult. Plan his exit accordingly.
Yeah, okay, so we can't let the lieutenant leave yet because he'll by the cleansing water. Yeah, but I mean we can't let the lieutenant leave just yet because we still have that like little date of ours with the smoker. But first, you wanted to you mentioned the faces of this portrait. Esprit the corpse. I don't know if I pronounced that correctly, but this is my understanding of cop culture, basically. These are all the voices, and they all represent different parts. of me. They're also like the skills. The skills can talk. I love that about this game. They're my favorite part. But yeah, so this represents my understanding of police culture. That's why when he talks, I can like figure out what's going on outside of the area that I'm in, because of how connected I am to my job. Logic, encyclopedia, rhetoric, got drama, conceptualization, visual calculus, volition. I like volition. Inland Empire, hunches and gut feelings, dreams in waking life, empathy, authority. Yeah, Spirit the Corpse. Then we have suggestion, which apparently is my main. I don't know why I mained suggestion and it's only on 2. Endurance, pain threshold, physical instrument. Hope it helps you regain health, healed by the cleansing water. Yeah, I think it does. If not, we can always buy more medicine and stuff. Electrochemistry, go to party planet, loved and be loved by drugs. I believe... Yeah. Just desire. Shivers. Half-Light. It's also a fun character. Hand-eye coordination. Perception. Reaction speed. Savoir-faire. Fucking... Interfacing and composure, finally. I think art-wise, this one is my favorite. I absolutely love the Pain Threshold artwork. I'll check those out later. I think I'm gonna end the stream here, since it has been quite a while and I should probably head to bed now. But yeah, thank you everyone for showing up. Thank you everyone who showed up to the stream. And yeah, I hope you all have a great day. Hopefully I'll catch you in the next stream. I'm Scum, just a scummy old scum. Good night!